Didn't get it! Ah! Sorry. That's fun. Me?
Great, hello and welcome back to SVSU Esports. Tonight we have our Valorant Red Team versus Ball State Val. I don't remember if they had a color or a letter with their team name, but we're just going to call them Ball State Val. We are joined today by me, Puff. So,
Geyser from the League of Legends team.
still can't believe you.
Hey, this is the other Riot game.
Look, TFT is the far superior option, obviously. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
Yes.
I only just realized, look at how adorable that penguin. I don't even know if they can see us, but look at how cute that.
We are here to talk about Valorant. Match of the night should be a pretty spicy one, as most Valorant maps are. Looks like we are going to be playing on Lotus here, one of the newer maps that is here.
Well, really quickly, a rundown of the game, because we haven't actually had a Valorant stream with casters to talk about this yet. Valorant is a 5v5 tactical shooter with hero-based abilities. We see most of SVSU already doing their normal thing of hovering all of the duelists that we will never play.
Yes. Looks like we have 3 Reynas. Looks like people are looking to play. This is most likely not going to happen because you cannot have multiple of certain characters. But we can see that SVSU is starting on the defender side here.
We always hover like all of the characters, like we
Yep.
see hovering Deadlock, hovering. Not even okay. Reyna and Euro aren't necessarily bad, but like not ones we generally.
Not Harbor, at least. We've seen the Harbor hover there, and that's a little questionable. We can see BSU starting on the attacker side have locked in all their characters. Looks like a pretty standard go-to comp, as remember, they cannot switch characters once the map sides switch. So they're thinking for both attacker-sided and defender-sided.
Nonsense. We'll also see them using 2 controllers. I don't know if that's like a normal for be able to tell maybe once our picks go out, but I also know we're generally like a more aggro team, so we tend towards a few more initiators, a few more duelists. Phrase coming up. Be angry, pick a thing. Time runs out.
Looks like SVSU is going to almost match the complete of BSU here if this Omen does get locked in here. Yep, it is basically a mirror matchup here. There's no difference.
Oh.
Nope, there's no difference. Both sides will be running 2 controllers, 1 duelist and 1 sentinel.
I didn't.
And
realize...
1 initiator. My bad. Forgot Sky was an initiator.
I don't think.
SVSU will be starting on the defender side here, and as this game works, if anybody is familiar, this is kind of like CSGO, another tactical shooter, where the players start off with an economy of 800 credits, and they can buy certain things such as armor or a different gun, and then the more kills and maps and rounds they win, the more money they get to spend further into their economy.
Thing about that, if you die in a round you lose, you actually get more money than if you stayed alive. So like, you see people save their guns. But honestly, you should only really save if you have like a van. It's gonna cost more than.
We can see BSU going with 2 ghosts, while SVSU is matching with 2 ghosts, as ghosts are a more precision gun used to kind of get headshots real quick, not used like the classic to just spam shots out, as they do have a little less ammo capacity.
And also still buy some utility. So you'll hear us say things like util, or actually, I think that's the only keyword you'll hear us use because we don't really play Valorant. Utility is just the character ability.
They cost money to actually buy, so characters are limited at the beginning of the game. BSU looking to make a classic push onto the C site here, putting down some smokes from the Omen on BSU, while SVSU looks to rotate to the site cautiously, as they do not know that all of them are there. We can see 1 lurker of BSU over on the A side there. Vipers just keeping a wall up, forcing SVSU not to rotate.
Making them try and think that there's still some map presence on A, so you see us still leaving 2 behind.
Keep looking for intel, spots 3 of them on the C site. BSU might look to rotate here as they have been spotted.
They still have like a solid amount of map control. That Viper all doing a really good job of just like cutting off the map, and we do actually see the Ball State Viper push all the way up into A.
Viper is holding that angle, holding 2 of SVSU's characters down. Loganator taking a huge chunk from the Raisinade down to 15 health.
Sorry, SV Stitch, a bit worse for wear. Notice if you look at the health bars real quick, SVSU is a bit lower on health compared to Ball State, but we're going to see how this works out.
They can heal up. Both Omen and Race have healed the full thanks to the Sky of SVSU. BSU is planting on the B site now and are looking to just defend the plant. SVSU will have to respond.
We do see 4 SVSU lined up. Meanwhile, Loganator still just trying to find an off-angle pick here. SVSU seems to have taken site control for the most part. Now there's just going to be BSU trying to fight their way
Keep
back
finding
in.
one. Larzit's getting another pick off. Same with Sophistical Trades coming through from both sides. Stitch is the last remaining here. Getting chased down. Finds one. Almost finds a second, but is finally taken down by Classy of BSU.
A beautiful flick onto the Viper there. And as we saw, once there was actually like a full team engaged, bodies just started dropping left and right, and that's sort of just what happens in
This game, kind of at the beginning, is kind of like chess. You're just trying to outthink your opponent, try and catch them making a blunder or a mistake, and then capitalizing on that. BSU just ran down the clock and then finally got to plant at B site and then went from there. The attacking side is usually a lot harder to get the plant down if the enemy is well spread out like that. As you've seen, there is 30 seconds left before they planted, so SVSU was doing a good job at keeping them at bay.
It's always fun for me just watching like all of the tactical gameplay. And then as soon as the wall goes down, everyone starts spamming because like it's pistols. What else? You got nothing to lose.
Yes. Now BSU has one, and you can see they force bought some Spectres here, which is an SMG, while SVSU, since they did lose, are forced to still stay on the pistols to try and save up and catch up.
One thing, actually, never mind, ignoring that entire thought, we see Ball State starting to push onto the A site here.
Yes.
Getting more and more space controls as it goes on. Stitch can be locked into that corner. Meanwhile,
Zabsa is blinded. Ray's bot goes right past him. Fishing for a shot is taken down by Larzit, while Rem also took down Smashed in there.
Thank you. I was not going to get that name right. You do see Sheep going down to the Spectre with the Omen.
Larzit taking down Sheep. Rem taking down Loganator. Stitch fishing for a take back, but only brought the Sky down to 1 health.
With the classic, sometimes it's not really an only when you're up against best equal.
It is hard to deal with that classic there, especially when the enemy has bot. But you can see SVSU got the bonus from losing both rounds, so they are able to purchase heavy armor and rifles here. While since BSU did force, they're still kind of stuck on the Spectres, so they can keep their econ.
So really quickly, if you win pistol round in the first, you get put into a round called bonus round, where that is the winning team gets to buy extra guns and credits and shields, because like they have literally nothing to lose that round. The enemy team's already at a lower econ.
Yep.
Meanwhile, we see SVSU starting a force buy because they don't want to let Ball State get any more momentum than they have, seeing why we buy full guns, Phantoms, Vandals, which are like the main rifle you go to, with only like light shields sometimes across the board.
Oh my, we can see Stitch behind 2 of the characters. There is a wall there that they can break if they do choose to.
You'll find out that most walls in Valorant are a lie. You can shoot through most of them.
Yes. Some of these walls can be activated on this specific map with a button that reveals them on the other side. So both characters, you can see the Killjoy and Stitch here being very cautious of this wall here.
Meanwhile, Ball State seems to have taken mostly control of center. Not Smash. Or Raze.
Zabzef.
Mainly trying to control C. We do hear the Viper ult going down in mid, just going to give entire control of B site to Ball State.
BSU is going to be able to push into the site for free, as this Viper ult does decay the HP of SVSU and armor, so it does leave them pretty vulnerable if they decide to challenge them inside this thing.
You also just can't see like 2 feet in front of you.
Yes. Looks like Ball State is choosing to rotate to C instead. Our SVSU's Raze has already thought of that and hears them, is trying to hold them off here.
You see, I believe that is setting up that. Nope, that's the Sky. Setting up back. Sheep gets one. Beautiful angle right there.
He finds one, fishing for information here with the dog, looking to see if there's anybody on the site. Oh, finding the trade back from both sides.
It's just sort of going to be
a blind.
Spam. One coming from the side. I don't think Sheep knows yet.
Sheep doesn't see him.
Seeing the Viper go down from Ball State. Now it's 3-2. Make that 2-2.
Blue Lobster finds one. Fiscal finds one. It's a 1v1. Smashed in, looking to defuse here.
Isn't the Killjoy can just spam through the smoke because they remembered where the orb is, not the orb, the spike.
Well, as you do know,
ping.
you can ping teammates. Yep, can the teammates can ping where that bomb is. So even if it is smoke, they will know where to spam correctly.
You can sometimes avoid it by like diffusing far on the outside, but honestly, if you just
it is kind of hard to not get hit by the spam if you are pinged directly. Now BSU up 3-0. You can see the econ on both sides of the creds. BSU does have a little more econ than SVSU.
Going to be able to full buy this round. Meanwhile, SVSU are going to be forced to save a bit. We'll see a lot of pistols.
That is a nice sheriff skin.
I think I saw a shotgun. Yep, there's a buggy coming out from Logan.
Yep.
And BSU is full stacked A site with his Viper wall.
But they do have a minute 20 to see where they want to go, if they want to push this directly or not. Fishing for some information with the Sky util, as that blind does let you know when you hit somebody.
It looks a bit like they're starting to commit, throwing more utility, and the swarm grenades coming out, probably going to be seeing them, rush on the site.
Does look like Ball State is choosing to full push.
We do see
oh my,
this
is a insane eco round for SVSU here.
Because even if they don't win this round, they've taken out, what, 3 guns just now with those random sheriff shots? We will see Stitch going all the way back. The alarm bot letting them know where he is, though. Trying to shoot through the default. Killjoy managed to find an off angle.
It is a 2v2 here now. SVSU in the lead with HP points, but with this game, it does not really matter as long as you can click their head.
Look, they know there's a shotgun on height. However, do they know that there's a Viper right behind them?
Raze and Killjoy dangerously close to the other, and one might peek, one might not.
I'm just waiting for like the second this all goes.
Ooh.
Oh, 2 hit. That's Raze on 1 health.
Oh, you
like
see
a tickle, a sneeze,
there we
and
go.
they're down.
There's one. Gotta reload. You have 7 bullets left.
He has managed to get the last kill, and SVSU will be taking their first round.
That was an insanely good eco round for SVSU, as they did pick off 3 immediately with only sheriffs, which is a good gun to buy when you are forced to be put onto something that you need power with that doesn't cost a lot of money.
Ball State definitely was not expecting the omen from the shadows. We see Stitch has managed to take out, I think it was 2 with the headshots back to back.
Yep, 2 headshots with that sheriff, which is kind of just the headshot machine gun with pistols.
Sometimes your aim just becomes better. That was one of those times. We will be seeing, if you notice, Smashin still only has light shields. He had light shields left over from last round, and he's opted to not buy full shields and just save some more money.
I do not believe he was tagged that round anyways.
He immediately bought.
Yep, he just had to prove Pip wrong.
Yep. Yeah, quick jump peek.
Classy is spotted here, so SVSU does know at least one character of Ball State is there.
One thing Ball State is doing, not really a default, they've been like hard stacking inside. We will be seeing the attacker's Killjoy coming out.
This ult does force defenders to not be inside its radius, as you can see on the minimap in the top left. If they are inside of it when it counts down, they do get denied and locked in and cannot do anything. So there's another nade coming there for Sheep. Sheep finds a way out, but does lose his shield in response.
SVSU is going to have to sort of give Ball State the site here. They can't contest this after the attacker's Killjoy, but honestly,
looking to use the bomb.
A single person, so that was a really good get out.
Stitch looking to ult onto the site after fishing for information.
You see 1 pick coming out as SVSU starting to look for a way back onto the site.
SVSU finding 2, SVSU finding 3, Remy finding 1 in return.
However,
Mystical also bringing 1 back, 2 back.
I was about to say, I don't think it's going to be
Killjoy
enough.
and them are about to run into each other. Unfortunate timing for Stitch there, as he had an ability out while the enemy omen of Ball State was pushing.
We saw, as we saw Stitch's like view panning over, that the Ball State omen was starting to walk through this. They stopped right before they actually got out.
Yes.
Got smashed, and Stitch was just not ready because he just kept walking forward.
And Stitch also had his ability triggered there, so you cannot shoot when you're using abilities unless your ability, of course, is like Cypher or a gun. Yep, or a gun.
Remember when Cypher's turn could shoot?
Yes,
could have a gun?
Could give it a gun. Well, I don't think that was a feature. I think that was a bug.
That was indeed a bug, but it was still fun.
Yep, looks like Ball State is choosing to stack B site here, try and keep control of the middle map, while the Viper continues to lurk onto the A site here. We do see SVSU's Killjoy anchoring onto C site, as long as Raze on A site, while the rest are congregated in B, just trying to hold angles here as they are forced onto pistols.
Ball State looks like they're just going to sort of decide to not go that way, starting to rotate to A, and this is why they've been having the Viper lurk on A.
Yes.
Just leaving that Viper wall
Viper
there
finding 1 onto Zabzaf.
Lets them have so much space control, because like they can start pushing onto a site, like how they just started pushing onto B, and then just decide, I don't feel like going there anymore. We're going to start heading over to A. We do see
Stitch, it has been heard shooting the wall. The Viper is trying to stay there, see if they can catch him on a flank here. Ball State planning the bomb. Sheep finding 1.
Even, however, SVSU, never mind.
See finding 1 back onto Sheep. ML taking down Stitch.
Yeah, 2 versus 4. SVSU is going to have a lot of work cut out for them.
Smashing taking the fight with Blue Lobster.
Look, he's got this one. I shouldn't have said
Ramel
anything.
finding a third with that Guardian.
I saw him looking at the Viper through the smoke, and then he turned the other way. That's the sad thing about Valorant. You can only
SVSU's
clear so many angles.
Econ is back up to semi-strength as they are able to buy Vandals along with shields and or light shields. Ball State has a decent Econ as well, as they do have the guns from remaining from the current round of the 3 survivors.
All states starting to get to a point, and SVC's been doing a very good job of not letting them like run away with this econ lead. But they're starting to get to the point where it doesn't really matter if they like throw an entire round. They just get their guns back regardless of what happens.
Yes.
They're sitting on 2 full buys currently. SVSU scraping a bit of the barrel. They've managed to put together a full buy, but let's see what happens.
Ball State choosing a split this time, as they have 2 going A B site while 3 push A site here, just fishing for information.
Very rude.
Yes.
Peek out of the smoke here in a few seconds.
Stitch is unaware that 3 of Ball State has just pushed past him.
But he can hear the shots.
He can
now.
hear them. Ooh, that poison there's forcing him to play back here.
It's almost a very bad flank. It might actually still be a bad flank for Ball State. Never mind, the Seeker's going to give away his position. He has to shoot it.
Ball State looking to place the bomb down on B again. Do successfully plant, now have to defend. SVSU slowly trying to converge, trying to find out where Ball State has positioned themselves.
Ball State pushing to the top, but
Nice.
somehow this doesn't work out for them. We see them lose 2. I don't even know what's happening with that gunfight. Smash and manages to finish it off. It's now just the Viper left on Ball State's side.
Stitch finding last Remel, and SVSU take the round with a clean take back of B site.
Only losing 1 in the process. We say absolutely nothing about our Viper's health. It's understood. It's but a flesh wound, you know?
We can see Smash and switch to his sidearm instead of reloading the 1. As it is always, remember, faster to switch to a sidearm than to reload your main weapon. Every single FPS quote ever.
Out of bullets in this one, let's use the other one.
Yep.
Worry about the bullets in the...
SVSU keeping decent econ lead back here, as they have had 4 people survive and keep their guns, only having to rebuy armor, while Ball State was forced to buy everything again.
Still, the econ barrier is sort of evened out, as opposed to either team. The SVSU deciding we don't want to give Ball State a side anymore. They're just going to push up past the Viper wall.
We can see both sides have 3 ults on each side, except differing just a little bit, as they have a KJ ult on defense and a Raze ult on offense. Here comes the Raze ult, just fishing for information, trying to pick one off. Classy does find Dobzaf.
That's gotta hurt whenever you get ulted
Ball
by
State
your
has
own
committed
character.
2 ults to this round. SVSU can look to use the Killjoy ult or save it for a later round.
We'll however see the Viper pit coming out and the
You can see
Killjoy
the KJ ult coming out. They're thinking of using it, not sure.
deciding to not right now, maybe waiting for a bit longer.
KJ ult has been initiated, trying to force them out, trying to protect that Omen. Killjoy pushing out, trying to destroy it.
I think the Ball State's decided pushing into it.
Loganator finding one, Smashed and finding the other. They cannot stop this ult.
It's been too long. That's just gonna get detained
Ooh.
just in time.
Detained just in time. Smashed and finding the classic kill on him. Again, switching to the sidearm.
Ball State did a really good job there of like realizing they were just boxed in on all sides, so they couldn't leave. Like once you plant the spike, you can't just leave the site. So they had to do something aggro.
I mean, you can if you have lineups.
I mean, it's a room.
True. That B site is hard because I do not believe there are many lineups that you can do for that site unless you have studied the map in and out, as there's that only open area there.
We got mostly a roof.
We got mostly a roof there. SVSU forcing Ball State to kind of go on a light buy, as we see 2 Bulldogs. Are those called Bulldogs? Yeah.
I think those are the burst
Bulldogs.
fire, yeah, Bulldogs.
A judge and 2 sheriffs on the side of Ball State. It is kind of a little dangerous to run those on offense, as they aren't as strong as they are when they're on defense, as you can hold angles.
I just hear a Viper pit and B for SVSU. You just decided that they don't get to touch.
SVSU has decided to ult the B side, as Ball State has been frequently gathering around there, and they're just going to simply deny them that area.
Oh, they're just packed in a corner.
Yes, Ball State does not know where that Viper ult is, so they are a little hesitant to push any site, as they want to let it run out first. Can it run out anymore? I'm pretty sure it updated.
I honestly don't know. I think if the Viper's sitting in it, it doesn't matter.
I was going to say, I can't quite remember. I remember an update happening a while ago where I don't know if it was indefinite or not. I know it does run out faster
If she's
once you get out of it. Yes.
It looks like they're just going to decide to go over onto the A side. Well, we'll find out by this round because I don't think that Smashin's leaving that point.
Nope. Stitch and Zabzef have held down the A site so far and are just continuing. As the Viper wall comes up, they get a little hesitant along with the Sky to rotate in, try and just fish for some information.
We'll see SVSU throwing. I'll talk about that after the round, actually. Never mind.
SVSU looking to just delay the push, trying to get information to make sure that they are here.
Finding 3 with the Sky Dog. Gonna be sending him aggro. Should be poor Sheep and Stitch just sort of start. Never mind, Stitch is gone. He's
Ball State committing util, finding 1, finding the 2nd, finding the 3rd.
We find a 4th. Is Killjoy's just gonna plant going
Sheep
around the corner.
Sheep finds a 4th. Can Sheep get the ace here?
I don't think there's enough time. The Killjoy's just sprinting.
No, the Killjoy denies Sheep the ace. Unfortunate.
Killjoy was not dealing with that.
Yes, Killjoy did not want to give the ace. Granted, though, in Valorant, it is probably better to save, even though it's kind of scummy. But
I mean,
you do need your guns and ammo. It's a smart decision. I come from League where you're supposed to give them the ace if one person gets it.
I can't believe the enemy team trying to stay alive like that.
Yes, how dare they? In reality, it is the correct move.
We will be seeing possibly just a raise alt play, considering how far up he's pushing. Never mind, deciding not to. Just menacingly showing.
Zabzef has been holding on to this alt for a while now, and it might be looking to use it when the time to turn the tides.
Look, sometimes the rocket burns a hole in your pocket. But meanwhile, Ball State deciding to hard push onto A. We do see the Raze already up there. Killjoy pushing through the smoke.
Raze using the Judge, putting it to work by getting up and close personal, denying the Killjoy all her util.
Going in just trying to get some.
Yep, Sheep fishing for some information here, just trying to find where Ball State has positioned. Finds at least 1. Killjoy using the ult.
I believe that ult barely missing. We do
that will
going down.
Yep, that will tag one of them. Oh my.
We at least got a few kills.
Zabzef and Sheep finding 2 back onto Ball State, but Ball State swung them all at the same time, so they had to choose targets.
I think econ-wise, we're both almost on the same level.
Econ-wise, SVSU is slightly behind.
But I mean, that's been the story for the game so far. We're doing perfectly fine, 4 to 6, regardless of that. We will be seeing SVSU possibly.
Yes,
I'm realizing Ball State
has been choosing to stall and then push a site. Oh,
no.
Stream was paused.
Well, we're in an act. What do you think's happening? It looks like Ball State's going to be sitting on C for a bit, possibly rushing in again. Is that a kill? What? No, we can't.
Ah, there we go. The stream has caught up, and Ball State has chosen to push C again, but rather slowly compared to last time.
They either full send onto a site with like no questions asked, they don't care what's happening, or they play slow. We do see the attacker Killjoy coming out.
Yep. SVSU does get at least 10 seconds to wait to try and
peek out some shots.
Yes, peek out some shots. They are in a corner where the Raze has commonly thrown a grenade there, so
that's the one thing. I guess they didn't check it this time. Never mind.
This time they did not check it. The nade does come out now.
I think Sheep's
barely getting out of there.
I don't know what was happening. I think he was getting judged in the back. You see the Seekers coming out, so they're going to know generally where some people are.
Yes.
Someone probably just planted a default site. Managed to take a few shots on the Omen before he drops down.
It is 3v3 here.
Ball State's going to be a whole lot. Actually, never mind. We're about the same HP, but
was still blinded.
We have 2 coming up. Beautiful crossfire there from SVSU. 2-2 now. 1 coming from behind, and it'll be
Ramel finding both.
So one thing about Valorant, right? You think it's like a fair game. Whoever shoots better wins. That's an entire lie. The entire point in this game is to make the gunfight as unfair to the other person as you can.
Yes.
A 1v1, what's that? 1v2, 1v3. We're both peeking at the same time. You shoot one of us, the other you.
Yep. This game is all about trading, and as whoever trades better usually wins, even if their aim is not good.
As long as you both hit the body, the person's probably dying.
Yes. Or you can just have an op crutch. Yeah. And we do see the op coming out here by Ramel.
Taking advantage of the fact that they're a bit farther than SVSU in Econ, just trying to like force as much momentum.
This map in particular, though, is, from what I've noticed, not very op friendly, as there's so many turns and twists that people have to go around, it's kind of hard to lock down one place.
It feels like it's like just the entryways to site besides B. Fun.
We can see Ramel with the op looking down C as is the most open area-esque.
This side and take up a different side than what he normally sits on. Normally he's sitting behind that hallway. Possibly try and catch them off guard. I don't think they expect him to be on this side. Oh, the Skydog coming out. Oh, he knows. He knows that's the end for him. Ray is just coming through. With the judge right after, we do see Sheep managing to get a pick back, and it's going to be right back to 4v4.
Yes. Cannot jump up there unless you
Get a blast pack, but he sort of mistimed it.
if you time it wrong, it's kind of hard to get up there.
Hurts sometimes.
Classy, Classy just jumps up and comes right back down.
Classy does manage to find one with the Raze ult.
Classy is killed, but Sheep does get taken down by the Raze ult as long.
That was final round.
That was a fast final round. Now
So-
SVSU is on the attacking side while Ball State is defending.
Going back to remember pistol round from the first one where we just sat there for like a solid 2 minutes and then suddenly everything broke loose?
Yep.
We're back to that.
Yes. Looks like SVSU is opting. SVSU and Ball State are opting to run very similar comps, except SVSU is switching off of the Ghosts, going full classics and light armor. Well, Ball State has kind of done the opposite and gone all
we flipped
Ghosts.
colors.
Oh, yes, Ball State.
We have our color.
Yep, Ball State going with all classics and light shields except Larzitz.
I also don't know why I said it so many times. I apologize.
SVSU having 2 Ghosts will have the range advantage with the long-range gunfights. Ramel finding SVSU's majority, and you can quickly see that Ball State is rotating behind with the Omen and Raze.
This is what we were talking about. SVSU. We're definitely.
Oh
more aggressive
my!
this time. What happened?
Ball State has really boxed in SVSU here.
They actually decided to just take mid.
Yes.
But I don't think they know that Omen's close. They aren't even taking the chance. They just
Yes.
decided to not peek that.
SVSU has. There comes the ghost action there for Smashed and Classy finding one back on Loganator. SVSU kind of going back and forth between B and C.
So we have an advantage here. It's like most of these slightly longer range fights, we have the advantage because we have the ghosts. But however, every fight's basically been even. We do see Ball State coming from behind, and that'll be pistol round just gone.
Sophistical finding 3 there. SVSU did a really good job of pushing one site, trying to stick to it, but once they got that early info, Ball State booked it from the other sites and decided to try and box in SVSU there.
So I said that SVSU, we are a very aggressive playstyle, I see, but also Ball State has won every round off Elim.
Yes.
Anyways,
SVSU had a little bit trouble there trying to figure out where everybody was as Ball State moved around very quickly to kind of disorient SVSU there.
the bonus round coming out from Ball State, they just sort of get to buy whatever they want. Doesn't matter. Be on the same econ.
Yes.
Looks like we opted to full save with just classics, not really expecting to win the round. Try and just mitigate our loss in case they manage to win. Ball State pushing all the way up basically to our spawn once again. Forcing SVSU to take a super slow approach.
SVSU looking to counteract what happened last round as they seen that Ball State rotated very quickly. So they're just trying to see if Ball State will push again like they did last time. Yes, that's the turret. Bastion finding one on Larzitz here. Lobster looking for another pickback, but is taken down by Zobzef. Smashton taking down Classy here.
2 versus 5. They might be able to get one pick.
Fiscal finding 2 onto Sheep and Zobzef as he did force spy there.
Remember, SVSU they have the man advantage. They sort of have some guns now, but they definitely don't have the HP advantage. Never mind, we just took all their guns.
Yep.
Another
Fiscal
one
finding
out.
a 3rd onto Stitch.
So now this is where SVSU have to just hope that they can off because they don't know where Ball State is, but Ball State has a general idea where they are. Viper starting to rotate around and Killjoy as well.
Fiscal finding a 4th. Will he fish for the 5th?
I believe they're just gonna wait for the jig because remember it's competitive. A lot of the time teams care about the ace as he looks like he's going for it.
Loganator taking down Sophistical. Although Sophistical and the Viper do not know where each other are. Ramel. Oh no!
Trying to put the turret down.
Unfortunately, Loganator had the ability out, so could not try and trade back onto Viper in time.
Didn't hear the door opening, so he assumed they were probably coming from right side. Get the timing right.
Unfortunate timing there for Loganator. SVSU looking to buy rifles and armor now.
Ball State at 10 points.
Ball State is unfortunately unable to actually full buy with everybody, as they did force last round, and some of them did fall, so they cannot actually afford a lot.
One thing about a bonus round is that technically speaking, you don't really lose much from it. But now SVSU just deciding to force a full buy to see if they can get some momentum back in their favor. We're going to see how it works out. I feel like Vandal probably wins.
Yeah.
Take a guess. We do see a bit of an engage possibly happening in mid. Loganator not taking any chances of throw.
Loganator finding 2 from Ball. Looks like Ball has congregated around the B site as they do rotate pretty quickly.
Barely avoid a little bit. Paint shells.
SVSU looking to try and take A site as they have bunched up a little bit. Killjoy making sure that there's nobody flanking them. Might meet the Viper here. Does take down Ramel, who's on the flank. SVSU now looking to capitalize on the fact that they are up in characters and looking to rotate onto different sites.
Ball State can't even tell if they're going for A or B. We do see SVSU managing to plant on the B site now, and they're still just walled out the rest of Ball State. This Killjoy can't peek. There's a person with a Vandal right there.
Ball State does have to play careful, as they do have less people and less HP right now.
Watching this, and he's going to be spotting that.
Dobzef and Stitch taking down one of each. Does get taken down by Classy.
Got raised. The satchel makes it so much easier for her to get through smokes than other characters, just because you aren't expecting something flying out at you.
Don't expect the character to come flying at Mach 5.
That's a window?
That is a window.
I just suddenly see a shotgun blast from like the skies. I was like, huh?
Wait a minute, that's not supposed to be there.
We'll be seeing SVSU's force buy actually worked out in their favor. Now they've fixed their econ and got some momentum. We ignore Stitch. Okay, nope, never mind. Someone bottom of Vandal. I was about to say, ignore Stitch's light shields. We will be seeing a force buy from Ball State this time.
Yes.
How impractical some of these knives are.
A lot of the knives I see here are either straight up swords or karambits. That one is kind of like a punchy one.
Brass knuckles, but we decided to
with a
remove the knuckles
blade.
With a blade. Seeing SVSU going for sort of a default, leaving our Viper on A this time, trying to get Ball State to taste their own met. I shouldn't have said anything.
Fun fact, nobody is on C site for Ball State. SVSU now realizing that, looking to plant here real quickly.
We will be seeing 3 of them start to rotate here. Might be seeing an engage happen in the back of site, but they were ready for it. SVSU get finding 1, but does
It's
drop
finding
Stitch.
1, Fisticle getting 2 back in response. SVSU does plant the spike, so they do get the money from that. SVSU finding 2.
2v2, 1v2.
1 left.
And we managed to find it.
Sheep finding 3. SVSU doing a good job at making the fights just very unfair for them, as they both peek at the same time from different angles.
Or like when Stitch first peeked out, we had the Skybird. That's what it is.
Yes, Sky.
Like, Raze is definitely not the one. Also, does that look like a tiger or a wolf?
What?
Sky dog.
It is a wolf.
It is a tiger according to Valorant.
It is a wolf. That's not a tiger.
It is most definitely a wolf, but it's a tiger according to Valorant.
No, that is it. Looks like Ball State looking for a dairy push here, as they all have stacked C site.
It's going to be very interesting because we do see our Smashed-In with a possible disgusting line.
Smashed-In and Loganator already know what they're thinking of, as they have
oh, never mind, they smoked him off.
Yes. Ball State trying to figure out what site SVSU went to.
SVSU realizing that they sort of just, I guess, were playing defense this round. Find out what happens.
SVSU has figured out where they are, as they do know that they are behind, but they don't know how many are exactly behind. Turns out Ball State's entire team is behind them. They have swapped positions once again.
They want to play attack, you know? Like, well, who's to stop them? Guess it's working out. You see one pick coming up from Ball State, and they just did a beautiful job just swapping who's taking the shots, using this guy to heal up who's not. Bender Killjoy starting to come out. They're just going to force SVSU off the site. They're just running their attack strat. Just going to be smashing alone against this whole team. You just got to let him have it. Like, there's nothing you can do.
He cannot do anything, unfortunately.
almost managing to get there in time.
Smashton was pushed out of the defender's area as they planted the bomb, but they also planted a killjoy ult, so he just couldn't stay there, so it was unfortunate for him.
They decided we would rather attack this.
Yes. Looks like Ball State is very aggressive with a lot of their tactics, as we've seen them all rush immediately out of B site into mid, just trying to look for some picks.
Like, it worked. SVSU was not prepared for that. They took C site perfectly fine, but then they suddenly have Ball State rushing onto them.
To be fair, I would also be freaked out thinking that they would be at the defender's side coming, but
if I'm on attack, I don't expect to be the one getting attacked sometimes.
yes.
Seeing Ball State taking an aggro push with the Raze ult possibly going up through A, taking a blind shot. Now, I really hope that's all the action we have at the start of the round. After watching the attack round. SVSU sort of trapped a bit in the...
SSU's fishing for information, finds one. Zabzef is tapped for a little bit. Same with Loganator.
It looks like Ball State has managed to finish their rotate, however, so it might be rethinking. Like they're starting to commit to B. Don't know how many people are on it yet. We do drop one.
Fiscal finding the headshot onto Stitch here. SSU looking to try and push here.
Two of us are a bit low, finding 2 more picks from Ball State, but we do get 1 at least. However, one of us Sheriff at 0 HP to their probably going to save it for next.
Yes. Along with Loganator, they also have 2 ults here. They actually will next round have all 5 ults. We'll probably be looking to make a play there.
I don't know. Sorry, Logan.
Yes.
Great, I know.
Ramel playing very safe here as they are just staying in the Viper ult there. SSU trying to opt to save here, but Ramel does find one onto Loganator.
You gotta remember, this is gonna be the last round for SVSU to try and bring this back. They've got to win 6 in a row just to bring it to overtime. Ashton will manage to save the Vandal, but albeit barely. Now, Valorant's the first to 13 game. This is the last chance for SVSU to bring this back.
Yes.
Seeing the full buy regardless of what credits look like.
SSU is going to be looking most likely for a daring push here to just push down onto a site as Ball State rotates very fast. So we could also try and see a fake out here with the Omen.
That we do see all of us stacked on A site.
SSU has many ults available while Ball State only has 1. So we could see a Omen play coming out here. Omen opting for the very advantageous ult here.
See SVSU just not even taking their time, pushing right through this
SVSU
Ball State, no time.
Hard
respond.
Pushing onto A site here.
Raze
Stitch
getting
finding
shot out of
one.
the air. And Ball State's just going to try and back up a bit, regroup, because they only need to win 1 round. They can lose.
Deep Zabzef finding 2, making it a 2v2 here.
Kills just went back and forth, back and forth. Raze jumping over.
Statistical doesn't know where exactly the enemy Viper has gone.
We don't have the spike, however.
Yes. The spike is unfortunately back at this entrance of A spawn while Ramel is holding it down basically.
While we see their Sky Blue Lobster starting to sprint over there as fast as they can.
Zabzef looking to try and challenge here.
Viper smoke out. It looks like the Raze ult's going to be taking out
nice. Zabzef with the daring Raze ult there does pick up the bomb along with it.
That play might have just saved SVSU this round.
Zabzef looking to plant here while Smashton covers him. Ball State Sky here is very unsure of where they have set up, so is playing very cautious along with the Sky wall being up.
Zabzef on points. There's here. Our Viper's going to start to around, see if they can find anything. Watch the other end.
Say, SVSU playing very cautiously here as they don't know exactly where Blue Lobster is coming from.
Looks like he's walking straight on the site, but he's coming from the right side.
Uh-oh.
Right. That's the wall there.
Zabzef almost hitting
He
Blue.
actually just barely missed it. They don't know he's there. They know he's there now.
Blue Lobster finds one. Will he find the other?
But the Poison Orb's just chilling on the site.
No.
It's fine.
Let's go. Oh, Smashton had me shaking there for a minute.
Smashton did that to Well, at that point, they didn't have a choice whether or not they were going to hold, so they
Yes.
just had to stick Smash and realize that, and he was like, let me actually see.
Smashing, making everybody shaking their boots there a little bit.
One issue we're running into now, Ball State only needs one more win.
Yes.
Right? Meanwhile, SVSU has to fight 5 more rounds back through this. We're running out of credits already.
Ball State is probably going to know that we are
Wait,
pretty...
why are there 3 judges on this
Ball
team?
State, it looks like Ball State is really looking to really looking to anchor sites here with the judge. They don't want to push out. They don't want to show themselves to get trades. They're just trying to hold angles here.
We don't need this many justices in the room.
There's a lot of judges here, so Ball State's looking to... Uh-oh.
They're looking to not take anything long. They don't want to deal with us. At distance, they're saying, come and say it to my face.
Ball State just anchoring sites here as none of them have pushed out like previous rounds. SVSU is going to be forced to make a play here as they have a running clock right now.
This is like very solid. They're blocking literally every corner that you could possibly want to try and go past. Well, actually, you don't want to try and go past any. SVSU doesn't know what.
Yes. SVSU has no idea that they have all judges, so
They
they're...
might, after they just hear the shots going off to kill the Seekers.
Yes.
We do see SVSU exploding on the B
SVSU
side. One pick coming out from both
Classy
sides.
finding a pick, smashing, getting it back onto Classy.
And now Ball State actually goes down by 2 in that
Smashing,
trade.
finding one.
I don't even know where the last one came from.
Blue Lobster has holding the angle with the judge there.
I don't think anything gives me more anxiety. Besides, like, moments like those where someone is sitting with a shotgun and then we have our player just staring at him.
Blue Lobster over there is just... Oh no.
You see... Ball
Looks
State
like Ramel and Blue Lobster are just going to try and get rid of Econ there.
And SVSU manages to hold on to what little econ we have. I still cannot believe that Big 5 judges...
I was going to say, SVSU does have a lot of momentum here, and Ball State's Econ is looking very rough. So Ball State is going to be forced to buy some light armor, buy some Bulldogs, just trying to save some money because they do have to only win 1 round. SVSU still needs 4 more.
One thing about Valorant, even though it may not seem like it, it's a very momentum-based game. Once one team starts pulling ahead, it's hard to get it back. However, if a team that's on the back foot starts taking round after round, sometimes the winning team might let it slip a bit. Happens. SVSU going for a bit of a default push, taking over as much space as we can.
Yep.
Here's our 5th person. Okay, never mind. They were all stacked on C.
Nope, SVSU is playing 4v5. Just kidding.
Apparently. You will be seeing us leave the spike at base just because we don't want to lose it.
Yes.
Have to.
Ball State is looking to play very safe. They might actually seed the site here as the Killjoy ult was used very early, so I can imagine that they give up the site real quick. Yep. Looks like Ball State is choosing to retreat here. They're not even going into the corner. They're looking to full retreat.
I also apologize for whatever happened to the audio there.
Looks like they are playing for a retake here as SVSU does get the site for free.
However, see the Seekers coming out from Ball State. There's just 4 of them stacked here waiting for this Killjoy to go down, then probably a bird. They weren't expecting someone to be close, though. Stitch getting 2.
Stitch getting 2. Remy finding 2 back. Sheep finding it onto Larzets. Sheep finding another onto Ramel. And finds the last one onto Classy, getting a 3K.
SVSU slowly starting to run away with this one. I say as we're still 3 rounds behind, but you know, we've done worse.
SVSU has had the momentum for the past 3 rounds here, and Ball State is just looking to try and figure out something to just clinch this last round out. As they do only need 1, but looks like Ball State is opting for a Guardian, 2 Stingers, and a Judge and Sheriff.
Ball State hasn't...
Scratch that. They're going with a Bulldog.
Okay, they're sort of taking a save round. I was about to say, they haven't taken a save round yet. Like, normally if you start losing a few rounds in a row, you step back, you can lose 1, just like buy pistols, buy shields, that sort of thing. You might need to restart Valorant after we start stream, because our audio is, like, really dying.
Yes,
That's
it's
besides the point.
having just a slight she's Ramel finding a headshot onto Zabzev, bringing it to a 4v5 right off the bat.
The ult with... However, he might be able to confuse. Ball State starting to push up into our A site once again.
Ramel is getting very aggro here. Is a little bit stuck as they cannot do anything. Stitch finding a trade back onto Ramel.
Ball State's Omen starting to push closer and closer. The Seeker's going out. They see 1 going back, so they know he's coming from there at least.
Yes. Omen looking to just get info onto the site. Gets planted up there pretty early.
He has the high ground.
Statistical finding 1 through the smoke onto Sheep.
Are you ever expecting?
Where is that Seeker going exactly?
It's going for that sky that's just chilling over there.
I was gonna say that Seeker kind of went a little while. Stitch finding one on Sophistical.
No one expects the octopus top ropes, you know. They still
Flash
are
going down. Blue Lobster. Loganator taking down Blue Lobster. Lures it's taking down Classy finding 2. And Logan Mashton finding the last one on a Classy here. SVSU only down 2 rounds here while Ball State does have to pick 1. They did save last round, so they will have more guns on the side of Ball State here.
All I'm saying, they definitely were not expecting the octopus from the top ropes to finish just 3 with the spot on the box.
Ditch ulting in there and just finding so many picks there, giving SVSU the advantage in those fights.
And then even when Classy managed to actually take him off, they were looking up.
Yes, everybody's looking up, so means everybody who is not up, meaning everybody was able to get free shots on them.
Everyone who's not up, everyone else on the team.
Yes.
Oh, we do. Skybird, just letting him know there are some people on the C site this time.
Stitch finding the Killjoy ult pretty early, just alerting that somebody is around A to Ball State.
Conga line hitting me
currently. They're all just kind of slow walking.
Seeing one rotating onto B site for Ball State.
Ball State holding a wide spread here, just trying to figure out where SVSU is going, as they haven't exactly found out where they are. Rays pushing in immediately, getting spotted by Ball State's Rays. Looks like Ball State is opting to rotate. Ramel finding Stitch on the rotate.
So one thing, you'll notice Ball State just like backs off the site right here.
Yes.
They just don't want to push with only one person. We do see a pick coming out from
Zabzef finding Sophistical. Loganator finding Blue Lobster.
Suddenly
Smashed in finding Ramel, bringing it to a 4v2.
SVSU suddenly in solid control of this match.
Yes.
We're definitely going to need to restart the Valorant stream.
We will make do with the last few rounds.
Do with the years getting
Swarm grenade going out. Classy pushing in the site, finding one on the Smashed in.
Random blind fires into the
Sheep
smoke.
finding Lurzits. Classy finding Sheep. Unsure is forced to defuse. Zabzef finding the kill onto Classy, who was forced to try and defuse there.
They waited. Well, not really waited. SVSU managed to push him off for so long that they just couldn't.
That they didn't have a choice but to defuse. Looks like Ball State still had enough money to kind of buy, but they're still on a kind of light buy, as this is the last round before going into overtime. So SVSU, if they do win this round, forces an overtime where they just go back and forth until one wins by 2.
Ball State not having enough credits to even full buy for this round. SVSU might be able to pull this back in overtime.
This is only game 1.
That it is.
SVSU looking to opt to go towards C site as 4 is stacked while Stitch is lurking onto A site. Ball State doing the opposite with only 2 on C and 3 on A.
We end up getting the Rays ult. They're going to be pushing in.
Zabzef pushing in, finds a kill onto Sophistical.
That's actually huge. I think they had Killjoy ult up.
Yes.
You do see Ball State just trying to get some info by sending in the Omen TP. Whilst that doesn't actually give them positional advantage, the Omen player can see as soon as they start to tell.
Yes, so that does give Ball State the information that SVSU was all on C site, and SVSU know this, so they choose to opt to go towards A site now. Like I said, Ball State rotated back, so this is a bit of chess mind games here. Yep. Ball State predicted, though, that SVSU would move over to A, so they are already rotating.
I think the Omen actually saw a few of them.
Yes. Might have.
We're back to the war of attrition of I don't know who's going to shot first. But SVSU once again
is going back to C site.
Ball State's also rotating with them. Actually, Ball State's going.
I was going to say Stitch is still rotated onto A site, so I do not know if Stitch is playing the long con here and just trying to pick somebody off.
Smashing, however, just throwing out the Viper ult. Getting rid of any chance.
Ramel finding one onto Sheep. Oh my, the audio is a little
just a bit.
Smashed in finding Ramel here.
Can you mute? Okay.
Yes.
This whole time.
Blue Lobster finding one. Lars that's finding another. Stitch is the only one left. SVSU.
Only hope.
Yes. One is diffusing.
He wasn't ready for it. Is he just gonna stick it?
Oh no.
No.
Stitch. Let's go, Stitch! You tie up the game.
11 HP left.
Yes. Almost had another unfortunate ability out while the other guy doesn't. But SVSU forces it into overtime, so they go back to the original spots and they keep flip-flopping until one team decides to win by 2.
Like volleyball.
Now, this does reset the momentum here, as both sides have the same amount of guns, same amount of ability,
I'm taking my
and
headphones
same
off,
about
I'm gonna
money.
be honest with you.
Yes. Would probably be beneficial for us to take the headphones
We're
off.
gonna
As
join y'all and not being. There's been no game audio this whole time.
yes.
Fair enough.
SVSU looking to go on the widespread here, as they do have 1 on C, 1 B, 3 on A. Ball State doing the opposite, going 3 C, 1 2 A.
I can just.
There is kind of noisy next door.
Fine, we're soundproofed enough. We do see run attack.
Yes. No, we are on defense.
Or defense.
Yes, we are on defense here, as looks like Ball State is choosing a split of B and C here.
Crouching up to the wall. It's sort of going to be the same thing. If nothing's going to happen for. We're going to be seeing what happens. Everyone's going to be feeling each other out, trying to figure out where they are. Classy's taking
Classy pushing up very hard here.
I don't know.
There's no way they have a Classic.
There's no way they just.
What does Classy? I think Classy has a judge.
Okay, so the normal.
Yes, Classy has the typical judge. Yep.
You got to
Classy coming in with the shotgun.
Got to give them.
Ramel finding one. Loganator finding the pick back onto Ramel.
Back to even
4v4.
Starting to get some more side control. You deciding to back off, trying not to take these 1v1s.
Physical planting. SCSU trying to figure out where they're exactly planning.
They planted just off the default site, so FZF's spray wouldn't actually hit them.
Yep. Loganator finding one on the blue lobster.
Shotgun blast.
Smashton finding one on the sophistical, bringing it. Loganator finding a third. Loganator finding a fourth.
Off.
Yes, Loganator clutching up for SVSU there.
You'll notice they just threw down the KJ ult. Ults don't. Nothing transfers over between overtime rounds. You get the same amount of ult advantage. You get the same amount of econ.
Yep. You get the same points and everything. So SVSU is looking to try and win the second overtime, because if they don't win this, they have to keep going back and forth until they do. Somebody wins by 2. Can they actually draw in?
No.
I was going to say I don't think they can draw in
unless
NECC.
We just decide it's been too long. No.
Yes, I was going to say.
We could be here till 2 in the morning. I really hope we aren't.
Yes, that is the hope, as this is still game 1.
You don't get to say anything. You're a league player. Your games are normally this long, without overtime or anything. You see SVSU starting to push in. 4 of us on A site. Meanwhile, we have Smashton showing.
Smashton playing
one, finds one.
Smashton finding one onto Ramel with physical getting the take back. Yes.
They think that we might be showing C. However, they've now realized that the ruse is up. They know we're on A site, but it's too late.
Smashton is all the way on A site. Oh no, never mind. I've seen the wrong person. My bad.
Well, it is. I said the wrong person when I was talking about the Killjoy. I'm too used to that man playing Killjoy. I'm gonna be honest.
Zabzev pushed up little far here, so might have to commit to the A push here, as Stitch does smoke it off, so he can move.
Such a slow burn, and I hate it.
Zabzev shooting the wall, moving into B site here, might catch the Ball State Omen. SVSU taking control of B site here. The bomb is still on A, though, as Smashton has been forced. Smashton getting taken down by the Odin.
Why does he have an Odin?
Classy has been running some questionable guns here.
Meanwhile, it's just Sheep with literally a sliver of health to his name.
Yes, Sheep is trying to figure out where Classy is. Does find him a little.
And
that Odin, this
Odin
is.
13-13.
I always, if the game hasn't changed since I've played, the Odin's been a questionable gun to pull out on maps.
Look, sometimes Rain praise the.
Yes.
Of course.
Nope. Audio still.
All right.
Now SVSU has 1-1, so Ball State has also 1-1. So now it gets reset, and now both sides still have to win by 2.
Back to defense.
Yep. So if Ball State wins this one, they have to win the next one, or if SVSU wins this one, then they have to win the next round.
Come here, Ball State. back, deciding to spread out as opposed to their normal strategy of just let's stack one side and see what happens. We do, however, see Classy again with the Odin,
Oh no.
but I don't think they're ready
Classy,
for Logator.
they might see your big gun.
They're gonna see the gun before it ever gets close to being around the wall.
Yes.
Balloon
Raise.
bot.
Oh my.
Now he knows he's there.
Oh, Classy, no, please.
Taken
Logator
out.
finding Classy.
That's the other side of the home. Like 30.
Yes, that is,
Both
if
those
you don't get it
sprays.
ramping up fast enough, it does not do that much damage.
It's sad. It's like if Bastion was having a slow.
Yes.
Meanwhile, we see the rest of Ball State deciding to the A site, and it's just Stitch there against the.
No, Zobzef is there in the backside. Yes.
Okay, I forgot. He's lurking. Seeing the rest of SVSU get their way over the coming out. That's my favorite ability.
Stitch
And
finding one
finds
on the Remel. Blue Lobster finding one back on the Zobzef here. Sheep finding one on the Larzitz.
I'm expecting someone to drop past him.
SSU in a 4v2 right now.
Yeah, we can just have Stitch defuse. Whilst the other two hold the angle. They're trying to spray through it, but now we know where they are. Finds one.
No, Sophistical finds.
However, we're peeking alone. But reload and we'll find the kill.
Yes.
Right there, we saw SVSU just start going one by one into Sophistical. They just paused a little bit and tried to peek him together. Sure, they could have both gotten crossfired, but also it would the whole thing of like trading. It's
Oh no, looks like
1v1.
Ramel has pulled out the Odin. Oh no, Classy has the Odin. Oh
It's
no.
starting to get
It's getting a little spicy meatball.
the fight.
Ah no, the Odin.
They're on defense at least. Actually, that's worse for us. Hey, he ran an Odin on attack. This just occurred. Man had no fear.
Oh, yep. Ball State opting to have two Odins here on stacking A site.
There are two Odins.
Classy finding one on the Zobzef with the Odin.
Only that wall was penetrable.
Yes. It is if you shoot it enough. I'm just
I
kidding.
think it
No,
is
that
with
does.
the Odin. So also, certain guns have higher wall penetration. The Odin goes through. Probably said bullets go through. The Odin goes.
Yes, Odin does go through both things.
Being possibly a pick coming out here
Nice.
from SVSU. Sheep managed to find
Sheep
one.
finding one. Blue Lobster finding the pick back on the Sheep,
But
trying
how do we
to.
see Fish caught between two. They don't know he teleported.
Oh my.
They don't know he's there.
No! Stitch finding one on the Blue Lobster. Classy getting the pick back.
SVSU work it out for them. Finishes, but it's doable. There's gonna be Logan left.
Logan here trying to
Classy
get the
looking
pick.
for the
No!
That will be game
Unfortunately, SVSU lose 0-1 right now in the match state as Ball State has won the first map here.
one.
That was a very nice overtime, back and forth overtime as SVSU was down, what, 6 rounds at the...
We were down 6 when
was
they
down
fell.
6 rounds once they hit 12 and SVSU clawed and fought back to make it a draw into overtime and then unfortunately did lose in that final round of
It was
overtime.
the second they chose 5 judges. That's when our momentum.
Yes, when they chose 5 judges.
They did.
We hit our stride.
We did. They couldn't recover after that one.
Yes.
Anyways, we're gonna be hopping over to intermission really quickly whilst we try and fix the audio issue.
Yep.
All of them.
Guys, we're gonna be due out with from our casters for a hot minute. They're just out of the room, taking a bathroom break, so you're just not gonna have any commentary for a couple minutes.
Select your agent.
Oh, Roydy. You're back, Valorant. Ascent this time. I don't know if it's a map that we end up like playing on, but I see us on this map a lot. Being SVSU still running almost the same comp. If we have two of the same champions. Oh, a slightly less controller favored, more map. We need more info. We need more flashes. I'd go and let Matt in. Have enough Warlock. We are back going right into round 1. Find out. The audio is fixed for now. I'll put it that way. Been muted.
Hello,
Today.
I am back. Looks like we are on ascent with SVSU on the defensive side here.
You already see Ball State having taken a site.
Can see
AO pushing up into heaven.
we can see a little different in comps here, as this site, or this map at least, favors a lot more initiators than
This is still
controllers.
almost the same thing. You see a few picks coming
Yes.
out before we start talking about team comps. Dabzef dropping in. I just realized
Stitch
he's
finding
playing
one.
Jet.
Oh my!
Didn't Jet get like gutted a few patches ago? Doesn't that
Yes,
thing only have
Jet
one
did.
cloud dash?
Get gutted a couple patches ago, but Jet is still a very decent duelist to carry. Just can't carry as hard as it used to. Before, you could basically 1v5 a game. Now you have to actually play with your team. You
Now
can't just
you
do
require
things.
at least 2 teammates, you know.
Yes, you can't now just do things on your own. Now, SVSU taking the first round, so they do get the extra buy round where they can choose to spend all this money, and it doesn't really matter because they will be at the same money if they lose.
We're taking our bonus for running with it. I
Looks
see
like
the full Spectre.
all Spectres in heavy armor. Let's go.
That's the best way to spend your bonus, you know.
Can see BSU pulling out 2 sheriffs here along with classics. BSU opting to go on the A site as it is a bit more longer range than B site, which is where they favor. Now, Ball State is doing a split onto A here, as we do see some of them taking. What's it called again?
Admit.
No, that's called. I have not played
Gardens. I'm just gonna start.
Valorant
Luka.
in a while.
I don't know. Mid closet.
That is
Green?
Gardens, but
I'm just gonna start yelling.
I
out
always
spots on
forget.
the
I
map.
always forget the call outs because I just haven't played in so long that.
No, currently they're just in trees, so smashing.
Oh, it's called Cat. That's what they.
Oh, Catwalk.
Yes, BSU did a split onto A and Cat. SVSU almost getting a perfect ace here, without taking any damage actually,
Meanwhile,
other than
we do
Stitch.
See the Omen open up the mind. They can hear him.
Omen
They're like,
is.
"What?"
Oh, they see him. There we go. Stitch does find the kill on the Larzitz as SVSU take the second round here. SVSU will
Flawless.
still be stuck with actual submachine guns unless they choose to disregard that.
We're just gonna keep them.
Looks
Worst
like
case, we lose.
SVSU is keeping the Spectres here while Ball State does get the bonus money to actually buy weapons now. So it looks like Ball State is choosing to run 4 Phantoms and actually 5 Phantoms now. Yep. Looks like Ball State is choosing to go B site now as they actually do have guns that can challenge these corners here. SVSU pulling up the default Killjoy ult or Killjoy setup here.
tried and true. Why fix it if it's not broken?
KJ is suppressed now, so all of her util is actually down right now.
But I don't think it's gonna matter if they walk. Oh, never mind. Neon's going through first. You're not hitting that.
Neon does come in, does not get spotted. But Loganator finding one on the Larzitz.
Unfortunate.
Blue Lobster finding a pick onto Loganator.
We'll be seeing Ball State now having control over B side. This is gonna be really hard for SVSU to try and take back, just because they've got these wimpy little submachine guns versus phantoms.
Yes, but if they do choose to go onto site, I can imagine that they rush the site all as 5 and are able to find something. Sophistical finding one on a Smashed-In.
But he does get picked off for it.
Kicking back Sophistical, making a 3v3 again. They are all spotted by the Sova Dart.
However, I don't think they were expecting Stitch to sprint on the site.
Stitch is on site. Sheep finding 2. They know where the last one is. They do hear them in the background.
It worked out apparently.
Nice. Zobzev finding the trade onto Blue Lobster.
A beautiful end screen for
The freeze.
I didn't know the thing.
Yes. Certain guns do have final kill animations as long as you're the one to kill the last person.
My favorite is still the Dread.
Mine is the Zed Spectre. Or the Zed disco
Anything.
dubstep. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Just suddenly it becomes
Yes.
a dance party.
Yes, becomes giant dance party with a lot of bunch of neon lights that will probably give you a seizure.
We
But still.
committed manslaughter on one of our clones. Time for a dance break.
Yes. BSU looks like Blue Lobster is opting for the Bucky here in 3 Stingers, along with an Ares, which looks like Classy really favors these LMGs here.
One thing I will say about Ball State compared to SVSU, I think our economy meant a slight bit better than theirs. Considering the first game we played, I'm just going to stop talking. Never mind, they're on site. I'm drawing away from the attention.
Ball State looking to insanely push. Loganator finding one on the Remel. Sheep finding one on the Classy. Sheep finding another one on the Blue Lobster's Physical coming back to Smashed-In.
It's in the end, after all of that, it's a 4v2.
Larzitz is planting, is found by Sheep on the 3 kills here. They are fishing for the last one, and Zobzef does take down Sophistical here.
So this is starting to look a whole lot more SVSU favored than it did the last time. We're not really running away with it, but I mean, sort of running away with it. Ball State forced currently to just try and buy what they can just to make sure SVSU doesn't get too far ahead with some momentum. But I think SVSU is just going to ride this wave until they physically can't, you know?
Yes, we do know that this map is very defender-sided. If it has not changed since when I played. Yes, just a reminder to all the viewers, what I mean by that is that SVSU is on the favorable side of the map to start off with. So the more rounds they can take on this map, the easier it will be for them on attack.
Not all map sides are built equal.
Yes, unfortunately, that is true. Looks like Ball State is going for another split on the Cat A.
They want the tree. You got to make sure global warming.
Ramel finding one on the Zobzef, who was pushed up very far there. Stitch kind of in a pickle here as he can't really get out of here as he TP'd into Gardens there. And uses the smoke to get around it.
They know someone's there, but they
KO
don't know
ult
where.
has been initiated, so no abilities for you, just pure gunplay. Larzitz finding one on a Stitch. Ramel can get picked up, and as he does, it makes it a 5v3 now. Sheep finding one. Sheep finding a second. Sheep fishing for more.
Diagram's going to be so hard to contest. One coming up from behind with Ball State, but I don't think they're going to get there in time. Never mind, they
Cisco
got there in
finds one on
time.
the Smashed-In.
But he's at 1 health now. Sheep signed a dual peak.
Sheep
Gets
finds
one
another.
more.
Can Sheep find this?
They're all at 1 health. The shock dart literally would end it. But however, that's going to let him know generally where the omen is.
Sheep does know where Larzitz is. Fiscal also getting tagged. Doesn't know
by
where he
Dark,
is in
though.
real time now. Larzitz just waiting for him to peek. Larzitz finds him.
That was so close to being bad. He was smart in aim, but
Unfortunate. Those darn reflexes.
if only he was a worse player, he would have hit the headshot on the Cypher standing behind the omen.
Yes. Looks like Zobzef is going the classic Jet op. If you do not know what I'm talking about, Jet will enable her dash, try and get a pick, and immediately dash away before getting shot back at.
If you don't know what we're talking about, look at like most Valorant clips from the first year of the game. They're mostly just Jet.
Yep. Jet doing, uh-oh.
Oh, not the neon.
That's not fun.
Barely missing the shot.
Run!
Run. She's coming at you.
He
with her-
has her lightning bolt.
She's got her finger gun. But however, the Silvo finds 2.
Oh my! Zobzef hitting him with the classic right click. Fiscal finding it on the Zobzef, making a 2v4.
We'll be seeing Ball State actually just being down after that entire
Ball State
exchange.
is actually split here as the Omen is on Act site, but Cypher is not. Finding one on the Larzitz, Fiscal finding another back on the Smashed, and SVSU does not actually have to do anything here. They just need to wait out the time.
Most likely gonna be.
I'm sorry, that was a good song.
We can just hear it coming from across the walls. Hopefully the mic's not picking it up,
Yeah.
or else we're gonna have another copyright claim. And
Loganator does
take out.
pick up the op and take down Sophistical there.
I don't need to fight.
I can't sing more than like 4 seconds of this song. Timeout is being initiated by Raptors.
Well, I mean, if we start singing, it's perfectly
Timeout
fine.
for Ball State University, so they do get a second to talk about things that are going on. Try figure out maybe a different strategy. Something might have happened too, so we just do not know yet. So we will take the timeout for the minute here.
Trying to figure out what's going.
Well, they may have a technical problem, or they could just be trying to talk strategy here, as they have lost 4-ish rounds, I think. Not in a row, but they've
4 in a row. 1-1.
then won one, lost the last one. But
So-
this just gives teams options to say, hey, maybe we need to try this, or maybe this isn't working out. But
Even in worst case, the attacking team, whichever team is actively winning when the
Yes.
timeout is called, loses all of like the high they were riding on. Not all, loses a good amount of the high they were riding on. Like putting it back in is a way to like get them a bit cold.
kind of legally icing them. Let's put it that way.
Technically, could call 2 timeouts in a timeouts for
Yes. You never know when you would need an extra timeout just in case a DC or something happens. Looks like Ball State is coming back from their timeout here. Looks like they are choosing to send 4 on the A site and 1 lurking on the B.
I believe a DC that counted in timeouts is just you have a certain amount of time,
To get back.
but that's only
Yes. Looks like Cypher is choosing to play, what's that called again? Pains? I don't remember. Anyways, Fiscal looking to play that site there, just pushing out, gets picked off by Stitch. Stitch going back in the mid, just trying to get the pick.
it's
SVSU finds 3 of Ball States, all on upper cat.
They're trying to.
Blue Lobster looking for a pick here, just trying to see if somebody peeks out. Finding Ramel there. Stitch does not.
Stitch barely
Stitch getting the TP out there as Blue Lobster tried to push Sheep, picking them off.
covering we saw from Sheep there.
Ramel is fishing for a pick here, thinking somebody might push out on the cat.
Fashion
Does get the one way.
Fashion's deciding nothing gets to come into his tree, his garden.
Yes.
Thank you
With the
for-
smoke from Stitch, providing a one-way smoke just so only they can see what's going on.
Owl Drone will be letting
Ah. Is
That's-
tagged.
Gotta run now. Smashing, getting his feet.
Smashed and finding Ramel. They are planning on the A as Omen TP'd on the site.
I hate the interaction that's happening here between Fish and the Silva. You do, however, see just one on site currently. I think he just has a pistol under
Yes.
Fish. Remember, check your corners. Check your corners. No.
Bitch, please!
No.
No!
Classy manages to get
Smashed
the pick
in
there.
gets picked off by Clashy in response. They do not know where the Omen is, just chilling
I don't know where
underneath.
the Omen is.
Larzitz finds one on the Zobzel. Ooh,
They figured out where he was.
they figured it out. They are opting to give it to the Rays as KO already has all his ultimate.
But far off. Or it's just better to give it to. It's taken all of my brain power to not start singing along with that. I'm
Yes,
gonna be honest.
this is Shorty is on the dance floor.
Anyways, advertising swing dancing room. The TSAR if you are on campus and that back to esports.
Yes, SVSU is ahead 6-1 in the current matchup on a defensively sided map. Sheep is leading with 15 to 2 kills, while Sophistical is leading on his team 7 to 6, or she, I do not know.
Hey,
They, them. Yes, the peoples. Looks like Ball State is choosing the hard rush A site as they are pushing out real quick.
It worked last time. Let's see if the octopus from on height works again. It gets one.
Stitch finding one, Sheep finding one, both of them finding 2.
It worked. Look, they never expect the octopus from the high ground.
Yes, Classy trying to figure out where they are. Classy is forced to push back as Smashin does have the ult available, so he can push a little recklessly as he can get rezzed. Classy choosing to run away.
Well, is the
Oh.
Because it is quite literally, I am right here, I dare you to fight me.
And if you do, I still get rezzed by my team. Oh, unfortunately, Smashton's ult has run out, so he does die. But Sheep finding the kill back onto Classy. Yes, I for a second wanted to say Ramel, but
I'm gonna be honest. I was not expecting the Rays player to also have.
yes.
No offense to Rays players.
Just typically, they are two different play styles. One goes, haha, I have bombs. The other is, I line up arrows from a mile away and kill you that way.
We'll be seeing a save round coming out from Ball State. The sheriffs across the board, the one Ramel deciding to use the Marshal instead.
Ramel has been pretty nasty with the Marshal in the series so far, so it will be interesting to see what he gets. Or they.
Still have that up. We're seeing a bit of a default onto mid. Ball State not wanting to like overcommit to anything until
That is the important part there.
Ashton's holding his garden. He does not want anyone touching his
Nobody
tree.
can touch the tree, yes. The little drone goes under the cubby hole.
Oh,
And it unfortunately gets
He did spot two. He did his job.
Yes, Zabzef finding one on the Blue Lobster in mid with the op. Looks like Ball State is a little bit split here and undecided on where they might be going. Looks like they are looking to push B main here with Omen and Silva while Zabzef is holding down with the op.
I'll be honest, Classy might be in for a bit of a rude awakening as he walks past that door. I don't think...
Uh-oh, Classy, please. Classy.
I don't think an operator shot is the best hello.
Classy, don't do it.
It's gonna happen. Oh.
Classy, please.
It's bound to happen to someone. Silver Dart coming out, but they're just gonna walk past it. They don't know he's there.
They don't know that Zabzef is holding this alt angle. Zabzef getting taken down Classy. 3v5 here on the side in favor of SVSU. Finds on Larzitz. Zabzef finding a second onto Ramel. Sophistical pushing up through mid into market.
Just going for Cypher against the Warrior. Just seeing if you can get one pick with the Sheriff. And to find one on Stitch.
Sheep getting the kill back onto Sophistical.
And getting as much loss as like.
Yes.
Getting picked up.
That was a save round for Ball State, so they can now afford to buy rifles and armor here.
Afford is a very strong word after looking at recon afterwards. Well, SVSU. Look, they're like two tax.
They can buy it now, so if they do win, they will still have it.
Yes. Yes, I did say they're like two tax
yes,
brackets.
the IRS is coming for your taxes.
May or may not have committed a bit of tax fraud, but it's fine. It's fine.
Match starting. Looks like Ball State is choosing to go on another split of A, pushing two cat, two onto A site. Looks like they do opt to use the Silva ult, trying to just find picks, trying to whittle down the defense.
Trying to figure out where the defense is. I don't believe.
Blue Lobster taking down Zabzef, who was pushed up far into A cubby.
Finally getting punished for an aggro, but Smashton still holding this tree.
Uh-oh. Oh, you seen the gun. You seen the gun, Smashton.
He's right there.
Smashton, you know where he is. Please tell me you do.
I don't believe that. I don't even remember
The rest
who that
of
is.
Ball State is gathered around A main, just trying to push in, trying to get some smoke down so they can finally push.
Mel doing a very good job of just waiting for Classy to get there before he starts moving forward.
Stitch is on an
Classy,
angle.
however,
Stitch finds one. Fiscal finds another. Ramel
apparently
taking down Smashton.
He did not see the gun. Good to know.
Fiscal taking down Sheep is a 1v4 in favor of Ball State here.
Going to be Loganator. Now remember, any pick SVSU manages to get is going to be so much more damaging to the econ than any pick the Ball State manages to get.
Loganator, I will feel, is going to push very aggressively as they have decent econ, so they can fight.
Making him try and
Uh-oh.
think which side is he
All
going
of
for.
Ball State has pushed behind them, though. They're all
they're
looking
all
at
watching
window. Are they all above looking at window? None of them are actually down there.
Well, I mean, like, they don't think he's coming from this way, but now they know. There's
Oh no! Loganator had no idea that all three of them were choosing the very odd spot of just
Are they all
staying up in
beyond
heaven.
Like, yeah, okay, I
That is,
understand.
and all three looking at the same exact place.
And now, after buying back all of their guns and armor, SVSU is at the same amount of econ.
Actually, they are richer.
There's still more.
They
really
are
were, like, two
very
tax
much
brackets
more
ahead of them.
richer.
The IRS finally caught up to them.
Yes, the IRS has taken their tax due.
Only escaped for so long.
Looks like
Still
Ball
8-2.
State is choosing to maybe go a full push A here as they do have some decent ults for it.
And they played enough mind games.
Yes, they're just looking to fight.
Just having the ult so he can sort of get out of jail free. The Dart not actually going to get a chance to send out anything. This might be a wrap.
Oh,
Stitch.
my.
There's no way this man makes it out of this alive. We see
Sheep finding
from
2. Sheep
three.
finding 3. Classy finally taking down Sheep from his rampage. That's one angry Sheep.
It might have been a ram.
Ball State is planning, so they do get the plant money onto their Sova and KO alive. Killjoy. Not the Killjoy. Oh, that's a little overkill, but
We do see
Zabza finding one. Zabza looking for the other.
Classy's just gonna be forced in this corner. He can't leave. Now he
Classy,
actually
you can't leave. Classy, no.
Zabza just decided to walk through.
That is a very classic but nice knife. It's just the model is so clean. It's your very stereotypical CS:GO knife.
I will be saying nothing unless it happens. I see. Apparently they used. There's some stuff happening in the chat. I don't know what's occurred.
What?
They're claiming that they couldn't break AJ box.
Yes, Ball State right here is a little confused as they claim that SVSU was using an exploit, which I do not believe that is an exploit. If I can, I'll double check real quick. But
it might have been a client side thing.
yes,
'cause
let me
there was
double
indeed
check.
No box on our side. I don't know. There might be something in the rule books, but Ball State says it's okay for now. Because there was indeed no box on our screen.
I am looking at it, and it does not appear to be the box is actually in the way. The box is Killjoy ult was placed on top of that box. Yes, it was placed on top of the box in a little corner, so you can't actually shoot it if it's at the right angle.
However, you could still shoot this one. It was just placed in this corner.
Yes.
So you can't really see it from two.
Yes, that is a default space that is used commonly throughout solo ranked and not in competition, so it is legal.
Great to see.
Yes.
You know, it's nice to see that NECC has banned some of the exploits.
Yes, Riot just
I can't say anything. It's not like
instead of fixing game is enabling ways for you to spend money even faster.
You hear the silver.
It is a small indie game company, and we do not blame them as they are a very small company.
Sheep has managed.
That
I see. Did we just close the door to break the door?
yes.
Fair enough.
KO flashing out for Ball State, looking to try and take a pick. Nobody is pushed though. It was a fake out. They just said no you.
He just took a shot.
Zabzel taking one. Zabzel looking to take a second. Blue Lobster finds one on the Smash and Stitch finding one on Remel, and Sheep finding one on Blue Lobster.
We do indeed see.
Stitch getting the final kill of the round onto Classy.
I love watching Zabzef try and dash out, and Sheep just accidentally happen to be standing in the middle. Actually, panic cloud drifts up.
The match has switched sides with SVSU up 10 while Ball State is 2. Now, we did say this is very defender-sided, so who knows? Ball State could just go on a mad win streak of 8 and deny SVSU from getting any rounds.
Can I talk about the
Yes,
9-3
yes,
curse? Is
yes.
that curse? That's still a thing, right?
9-3 curse, yes.
Thankfully, it didn't happen here, but however, there's a bit of a superstition in Valorant where if the score is 9-3 going into the second half, statistically speaking, the losing team wins more than they should.
Yes. 9-3 curse, so sometimes some teams might actually throw the final round to make it so they don't get 9-3'd.
Only.
Zabzef taking damage from the shock dart there.
SVSU not
Pushes
even
out very fast, is not spotted, is spotted. Was not spotted at first, but then got spotted. Sophistical finding the kill on the Zabzef. SVSU pushing for the site, finds Classy.
Pistol round, who cares what happens? We aren't giving him time to think. They don't get time to think. Sheep kills one, Stitch gets another.
Stitch finds a second on the Blue Lobster.
It's somehow 3-2. I don't even know how.
Yes.
I sort of crashed.
Pistol rounds go pretty fast.
Now it's now there goes. Remember all that chaos? It's gone. There's
Yep. Now everybody waits.
lie and wait. Corner.
Looks like Omen and Cypher are deciding to push both sides on the right side there. Is get spotted.
However, Stitch managed to find one.
Stitch right clicked.
mind.
No! He right-clicked instead of tapped because he thought he was close enough. But if you know anything about the Classic, the right click is very inconsistent sometimes.
Sometimes.
Okay, a majority of the time.
It used to just be jump, right click, they're probably dead. No longer. They removed that as soon as they found out it was a problem.
Yes. Now it is very inconsistent sometimes. So sometimes you may get all three landing on the head. Sometimes you may get one on the head, one on the body, and one on the leg, and it's not enough to kill. Or you may miss all three. Who knows?
Sometimes they may make a triangle pattern outlining the shape of where your enemy's head used to be.
Yes, that can happen sometimes and is very unfortunate. Looks like Ball State is opting to choose a rather aggressive defensive start with 2 Bulldogs, a Spectre, and 2 Ares.
We do, however, see SVSU force buying here with Spectres, not giving them time to get any momentum.
SVSU is just trying to close out the round really quickly, as they don't want to give Ball State any momentum on this defense side.
Trying to see if we can get in their head a bit. Possibly Sheep finding
Sheep
one.
finding one, taking the point, pushing Ball State out.
There's no way he wins this.
Nah, Stitch wins these.
Apparently. Spectre should not win at long range.
Nah. Stitch is different.
He's built different, apparently.
Yes, Stitch is built different. Stitch fishing for Sophistical does get taken down from behind by Ramel. Blue Lobster dashing on in, trying to find a pick. Blue Lobster finding one on the Smashin. Loganator and Sheep finding 2 back. Sheep finding one on Sophistical. Blue Lobster takes down Sheep here. Now it is Loganator versus Blue Sheep. Or I mean Blue Lobster.
Neon just barely managing to just FPS our way through because you know this is just a Call of Duty. It's an Apex.
If you have not, if you have not noticed, I recommend look up the Neon mains as they are kind of cracked with their movement and it is a little weird.
They're playing Titanfall.
Yes, they are basically playing Titanfall in a tactical FPS game.
But well, sometimes it looks like Valorant players just can't aim when it's against a Neon. You aren't used to things moving that fast in this game.
Yes.
And then suddenly you see something slide across your screen at like Mach 3. It just wraps.
So BSU still opting to go on a very aggressive kind of comp with their guns, while SVSU favoring all sheriffs.
We tried our hand at force buying, we decided it's not going to work out, so we're going to attack safe.
Yes.
See if we can just take a few picks, punch a few holes in their econ. Sheriffs in town. I just realized, I think Zabzif has a 1 poster of it.
Oh.
Oh, okay, that's... I thought it was a dog for some reason.
All right. SASU opting to take control of mid here, just trying to find a pick with the sheriffs as they aren't really looking to push a site immediately. They're just trying to look for picks here. Ball State is very much just holding sites, not trying to peek as I feel like they figured out what kind of SASU is doing. Stitch finding one, Stitch finding...
Ooh. Actually, a Zabzef from behind.
Zabzef finding one, Sophistical taking down Zabzef. SVSU equalizing the fight here. They have been spotted by the Cypher ult.
Thankfully, Classy just barely not going down. I think that's literally 1 health.
Yeah, Classy is at 1 health. Loganator trying to take site, but Larzets did TP on the site last second.
Just Stitch. He knows his goal is not to win this. See if he can take some more picks. Barely missing the fighting game combo coming to finish it off.
Yes.
Sometimes you just get H2.
Yes, but no. That is Street Fighter.
Tatsus.
That is Street Fighter. I am a Jamie main. Back to Valorant.
Yep. We'll be seeing.
Looks like SVSU is kind of deciding on where they want to go. They went A side, but now they go B side.
We have guns this time. They weren't going to be ready for it.
We have guns.
We have firepower.
We are America.
Times the world.
Ball State really getting very aggressive on that A site, choosing to send 2 out, just trying to see if they can't get a pick.
Silvadar, they're just going to let it go fast.
Yes, Silvadar is shot. Silva knows somebody's here, trying to look for a pick here, just trying to jiggle.
I think it just barely missed everyone. Well, there he
Zabza
goes.
finding the pick onto Silva. Gets hit by the KO knife.
Apparently not. He's gone. He's barely dodged the knife. He gets to dash.
SSU taking control of the B site here as they do have 2 on there. Blue Lobster finding a pick onto Loganator there.
Every single time we do a huge pick coming up from
Stitch finding one. Ramel.
Barely at 1 health
Sheep finding the pick back onto Ramel there, leaving Omen and Blue Lobster left onto Market to try and push. Silva is crouched beneath so they can't see him.
They're trying to.
I forgot that doesn't no longer does damage.
Sheep has taken their high ground. They're going to.
Sheep has swapped positions with them.
Wait. He takes one. He
Takes
the
one.
second.
Takes two. Sheep with the 3K to close out the round.
You just get to know what happened off camera. We got to see the kill. Like when they cut away in horror movies, they can PG-13 rating.
Yes, SVSU finding one round. They only need to win 2 more here to actually close out the game. Ball State has a very steady momentum, though.
We do, however, see Classy pulling back out the Omen. Odin.
Oh, no, not Classy, no.
Back.
If you don't know what you can do on this map with Sova specifically is you can shoot an arrow onto that little entrance and just spam with an Odin and usually catch some people, as you can here if you cannot.
However, it looks like all of SVSU is not going to give him a chance for that, just deciding to push A site.
Yes.
Fish Banner send a beautiful smoke through the wall to cover off gardens.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. The Cypher was
Zabzef
ready.
getting hit by Sophistical's tripwire, slowing him down. Sheep getting the pick back onto Sophistical here.
We do see some of that neon utility, the Passive Blast, just trying to buy some time for Ball State to actually rotate.
SVSU does have Omen ult, and the common play here is to just give Omen the bomb and TP into the back of B.
However, we do still see that they've left Classy on B, still holding that Omen. They know that's probably what's going to happen.
Yes.
And if you can take Catwalk, take mid, it looks like they might be... Nope, never mind, they're full rotated. They might be doing the whole thing of like, oh, we're going here. Nope, we're going back to A. The Classy left alone. However, I don't think...
Sneaky. Oh, no.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
one held. I was knocking in.
No! Sheep!
Barely missing.
Smash him finding it on the Classy. SVSU taking control of B site here slowly but surely. Omen was spamming into a commonly placed spot.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm gonna be
Yes,
honest.
that a lot of people hide behind the lumber right there in the cubby.
Now, SVSU, currently, I don't know if we have Killjoy ult, but however, they are just going to be slowly taking space Ball State with that K ultimate, stopping any and all hope we have. Stitch gets one.
Ramel finding a pick on the Loganator.
However, they don't know Stitch.
Stitch is behind.
Gets one. Mel's on
Stitch
his left.
doesn't know where he is. Stitch finds the
Ramel
kill,
didn't get the
bringing
comms
it to match point for SVSU here with the 3K.
I think both teams, and we're just like so focused in gunfight. Neither of them game comms like, hey, there's one behind you. Hey, there's one to your left. Because they both look like they just.
This is the
spawned up.
second time now that they've swapped positions almost completely. SVSU looking to push. Looks like B site here. Just try and go for a hard push maybe, or take control of tiles. That's what that's called. Tiles. I forgot.
We will be seeing. We have basically every ult on SVSU side. Meanwhile, Ball State has
None.
none to their name, actually. Just one off. Of
There
our
comes the
team.
Omen spam through tags. Jet for a little bit there, just as the spam came through. Try not to make any noise to. There's the camera. Oh no, Classy's coming with the Odin.
He's on the way.
Yes, he is on the way.
Doctor coming out, see if they. Zazef is now
Zazef
in. Class
is-
might not be ready
Ooh.
for him.
Classy does get the shot. Ares does has a high fire rate. Smash and finding one. Sophistical getting one back. Sheep playing very aggressive in the Larzets. Finds the pick onto him. Sheep is looking to push more with Stitch, trying to pick one off on the rotate, but Blue Lobster finds him. Sheep finds another kill.
Now we do basically, we're one away from KJ ult here. We do have Sova ult. We might be seeing SVSU pop these ultimates. Or they're just going to see if they can try and get through this round until...
Yes. Loganator picks up the bomb, is looking to plant for SVSU. If he does plant, he does actually get the ult charge.
They're spraying through the wall where the vault point is.
Yes. They did not find a pick, so Killjoy may use to look ult here.
Okay, we do see the Killjoy ult coming out. Ball State's going to be put onto a timer now. They've got to
Yes.
either wait out these 12 seconds or try and push through before.
This is very dangerous for Ball State. Ball State pushes, finds the kill for Sheep, ending the round with the 4K, and SVSU win on Ascent right now.
Very decisive victory as well, 13-5.
Though-
Compared to the first round, that was about what...
This map is, like I said, very defender-sided, and usually the team that starts on defense usually gets the win on this map, as they usually don't allow a lot of rounds to be taken against them. SVSU and Ball State having a good couple of rounds this past game here. Looking at the stats here, we can see Sheep
How do you
has
have
an
econ rating?
econ rating of 158.
Actually, I don't think that's a percentage.
Just man doesn't pay his taxes.
No one understands how
He does
e-commerce
not
happened.
calculate it as damage dealt per 1,000 credits. Just Mans did too much damage.
I mean, we didn't buy for like
But
a
yes.
solid 4 or 5 rounds there. Sort of makes sense.
Yes, Sheep is just doesn't pay taxes. They apparently
Meanwhile, next door, I don't even think it's just the music anymore. I think
now
that's
they are
just
doing
people.
karaoke. I'm pretty sure.
Fair enough. Yes, we don't get silence at all.
We just hear some questionable singing sometimes.
Fine, it's fine. They're having fun.
Yes. Yep.
So moving into
Map
round
3.
I actually don't know. what map we're gonna be
SVSU
on.
1, Ball State 1. It will be. It looks like we are. Has Split actually been put back into rotation?
I think it is. 'Cause I think
Do
they
not
swapped
know.
out.
Yes. Looks like
I'm
Split
pretty
has been
sure-
put back into ranked rotation
I'm
from.
pretty sure that was like the swap from Icebox.
Yes.
Because thankfully we don't need to deal with the freeze.
Last season they were on Icebox in the map rotation for ranked at least, and now
also
Split
for
has been
comp.
added. But I'm pretty sure this is the new Split. I remember it being changed ever so slightly because it was a little unbalanced.
I forgot I got reworked. I'm not gonna.
Yes.
All I'm saying, I'm so glad that we don't need to see the freezer anymore.
That's the cold barren wasteland.
Did not have. I don't know if we had a positive record. But we
No,
always went back to it.
Icebox was one of our always coin flip maps that we usually lost the flip.
Yet somehow we were always on it.
Yes.
I think it was even. I think it was like 50-50. I think it was just a literal coin flip.
Yeah, like I said, coin flip, we either won it or we lost it hard.
They can still see you once.
Yes.
They can see your messages in the party chat.
That's not
Oh,
us.
it's the bunny. I forgot,
That's
sir.
Bunny, but no,
Bunny.
I have it switched.
Okay, never mind. Guess what? You're silenced. We have Bunny currently running the spectator back in the east.
You cannot talk.
We are down here in just.
Yes. Now we are taking a 5-minute intermission, I'm pretty sure, for teams to figure out what they want to do, how they're going to do stuff, and get ready for the next final round to decide the winner of this game.
Be hopping over.
There's a pick onto him.
SVSU.
Sheep is looking to push more with Stitch, trying to pick one off on the rotate, but Blue Lobster finds him. Sheep finds another kill. They did not find a pick, so Killjoy may use to look alt here.
Okay, we do see the Killjoy coming out. And all right, just like that, we're back. Game 3 split. We've had an interesting game series so far. Ball State won the first on Pearl after a overtime ending 13-15. Meanwhile, SVSU just won the last game on Ascent 13-5.
Looks like both sides still have the same lineups, and they are choosing slightly different comps as the map is slightly different. So it looks like Ball State is choosing to lock in Cypher, Omen, Sky, Raze, and Jet. A fairly aggressive comp here with only having one anchor as Cypher. While looking at SVSU hovering 4 duelists, Phoenix is one of which that is never played.
Not gonna happen.
You never know.
We went into one Phoenix, and for some reason, that person just knew everything. Like, you never see a Phoenix, but when you do, like, they're either something to not just brush off entirely or something to be scared.
They are feared, just like the Reyna demons of the...
Choose your agent.
Yes, let's see. Looks like SVSU is deciding to run Omen, Raze.
We're just gonna let the game choose for us, you know?
Oh. Yes, looks like Omen, Raze, Breach, Cypher, and Sky. Looks like they are only differing on controllers. SVSU is running one more initiator rather than duelist compared to Ball State.
I always forget Cypher has the Spider-Man meme as a banner. No one else could see that joke. That was just for us. For us in the casting booth. However, one thing to point out, I believe Blue Lobster is now playing the Omen, which is different than the players they had playing last, because Blue Lobster was... correct?
Yes, Blue Lobster was playing Neon in the last round there.
I don't remember who they played round 1, but... I think it might have been the Sky. They've got a pretty deep character pool. 3 characters. I was
Pretty deep character pool of 3 characters.
I was a one trick in Overwatch. Leave me alone. That's deep for me.
Oh, this is my spot.
So I played back in Overwatch 1.
This goes here.
It, like,
Yes.
one thing I never actually got to explain. Since this is pissed around, might as well. So, will we seeing, like, characters, initiators, if they have a flash, just throw the flash out occasionally? A lot of the times, they're not doing it to actually go and flash and take a peek. They're doing it for information.
Yes, looks like Ball State is getting very aggressive onto this A site here.
Roomba's going. Dead.
Opting to try and take Heaven. Looks like they are pushing out onto site now. Larzitz does get captured by a Cypher. Zabzef taking out Classy here.
One thing about Split is that both, like, sites basically have, you take Heaven, you sort of
Ramel
have
taking
site
one
control.
back, Smashin coming back onto Ramel.
Spike planted.
It's 3. Oh, actually, it's 3-4. However, SVSU is looking a bit worse for wear on some of their champions.
Larza has planted the bomb, so SVSU is on a little bit of a timer here. Ball State playing very aggressive, double swinging onto Zabzef. Fiscal Larzitz taking down Smashin Loganator. Ball State with a very nice push out after they planted onto SVSU to catch them off guard.
He had 1 too few bullets in the chamber.
Yes.
One more. They're really going for it, aren't they?
Yes.
It is.
Looks like Ball State has chosen to go very aggressive with some of these buys here. Some not opting to buy at all. Some choosing to buy Bulldogs. Very aggressive, while SVSU has been forced to play a little bit more reserved with just classics.
We've decided it's not even worth trying. They're going to full buy. We're just going to take our classics and buy things next time.
Yes. Looks like SVSU with 1 sheriff on B site. Oh, never mind. It is mid. Keep finding one onto Sophistical, getting a gun, hopefully for SVSU if they can try and pick it up. Looks like they do not know where anybody is, so they're opting not to pick it up. Ball State pushing very hard onto A site.
I didn't even realize they had a jet.
Yes, Ramel is on the jet this time. Ball State choosing a very aggressive comp to start off with, as they are running 2 duelists and only 1 sentinel to help lock down.
He's really debating on his, like, worth it going through the smokes, not worth it. We see the Sky Dog running around the backside. Blue
Lobster finding one on Stitch. Sheep finding one back on the Larzitz. Ramel pushed through the smoke, catching off. SVSU smashed in and Zabzef. Sheep finding a 3rd onto Ramel. Looking for a 4th. Loganator does get tapped,
and that's gonna be
and
that
Blue
round.
Lobster does find the final pick onto Sheep here.
I'd almost.
Yes. It's like SSU finally having enough money to actually buy. A lot of them opting to choose light shields as they did kind of force in the earlier rounds, so they don't have enough money. Ball State choosing to also kind of buy as they did run a little bit different gun options as 3 of them did die in the previous round.
Option. We're just gonna see how this works out.
It's like Ball State is opting to go a split onto B site with 1 lurker on A.
I got myself confused for a second. We got a bit of a defense on
Guy
SVSU
did-
side as well.
Did get some information knowing some of them are mid so that they may potentially be pushing B here. Ball State playing very reserved compared to the last 2 rounds with them just slowly trying to push up, trying to gather information onto SVSU.
Ball State is really good at apparently is always leaving. Side. Look at that cipher just over there. Meanwhile,
Keep
Ramel.
finding one on Ramel, spotting Classy, pushing out hard. Keep finding almost a second, but Classy takes him down in response.
If
Ball State has the ability to plant on B and do so in the
They don't know
open.
that Blue
Blue Lobster
Lobster's
finds
close.
2 onto the rotating Stitch and Loganator, leaving Smashed in left on SVSU to try and clutch up this round.
I think that's a Vandal. He might honestly just try and back up, save his gun.
Looks like Smashin is opting to save the gun as their economy is a little bit down it from the taxes.
I think he's got like 30 seconds to run. He'll probably manage it.
Yes,
Close
SVSU
here from the corner.
is choosing to save this gun as their econ is kind of bad after this round as they have lost 3 in a row almost, but they should be getting a bonus this next round.
I believe they get 2,900 credits, basically the same amount that you get for actually winning a round, which is 1,000.
So SVSU does get a little bonus here to try and recover their economy. Smashed and maybe being able to buy a little bit of something that he might need.
Actually, doesn't need.
Yes. Looks like SVSU is opting to save the money that they get from the bonus by buying light armor and some sheriffs.
Ball State just slowly
Ball
building up
State
the gold.
going all out.
Not gold. That's the wrong currency. I don't know why my brain
Gold.
swapped to League for a second.
They are run by the same indie company. Small indie company known as Riot Games. Oh, was that the Arcane Sheriff I just
If
seen?
it was,
That is a very nice Sheriff.
it's always
I'm
fun
so
to
sad
watch
I
it.
missed that gun because I stopped playing Valorant around that time.
It'll pop up in your night market, maybe like you're down the wall.
I hope it does because I am spending money if it is. But Ball State looking to opt to choose onto A site. Full man push. Nobody's lurking. SVSU holding 2 angles on the entrance there. So Ball State might be in a little bit of a risk if somebody decides to peek out.
If that smoke goes down whilst Ravel's sitting right there, Stitch looking straight at him. Oh, never mind. He still got the angle.
Classy finding a nice headshot on the Stitch there.
We do
Smashed in choosing to concuss to try and slow a push down. Ball State pushing out aggressively onto A site here, looking for picks. Util being used on both sides.
They saw their one crack in the armor, and they're all the way through, already taking the site, already getting planted, and now they're just set up.
Cheap finding some information about one being under hell. Ramel finding one onto Smashed in here.
We're seeing SVSU sort of struggling trying to find
Loganator with a nice shot onto Sophistical.
Now they aren't going to be expecting him coming from the back. Never mind, they were. 2 of them looking. Gets blinded by the
Loganator
sky.
looking for another, fishing for another. Ramel trying to just keep him pinned down.
I don't know if SVSU's.
Ramel getting taken down by Sheep. Classy also getting taken down. Loganator finally being taken down by Classy to close out the round in Ball State's favor, 0-4.
A lot of this time, SVSU has more so just been looking for the picks to try and whittle down Ball State's fun, but now they're sort of starting to fall a bit behind. I'm also mainly saying that as I know no idea what the new Valorant plays.
Yes, with Valorant plays, it's a lot of fast-paced playmaking, just trying to keep the momentum of the round going, as if you do slow down the rounds, it changes the tempo of the game, allowing some players to find their momentum back again, or some's... Oh, there comes the one-way.
Like how everyone has
Yes.
can't really see out of your knees, so let's take some shots at them.
Ball State opting to play a very spread out around the map, just trying to find a pick maybe as they are up in rounds. They don't need to push too hard. Jet pushing aggressively into a B site over here, gets taken down by Sheep.
You're seeing the Omen possibly not knowing there's someone behind this box in mid. They're taking so much trigger discipline to make sure
Yes,
he's got that shot
Zabzev's
lined
trying to
up.
see, just gather information before he finally takes him out. They find that the Ball State is
Oh.
pushing on to Classy, finding Loganator. Sheep getting a pick back onto Classy.
That'll be 2-4 in SVSU's favor.
Yes, looks like Ball State is just kind of dancing around, trying to see if they can find a pick or an exploit a weakness that SVSU has right now, but it looks like there are none.
However,
Physical finding one onto Zabzev, opening
Beautiful
up them,
finish
going into
there.
heaven.
that man
Sheep
was
left
facing-
alone on B site, getting pushed by 2 of their members.
That man was facing the opposite direction.
Larzet's spotting Sheep, Fiscal taking down Sheep. Ball State has control of B site. Stitch looking to take back site, maybe try and push Fiscal up in heaven. Fiscal takes down Stitch there.
Third.
Cypher figures out where Breach is. Breach up in heaven, trying to look for a play here. Breach going for the pick here, trying to just stop Ball's momentum here.
Being Ashton just possibly looking.
Sophistical, please. Fiscal, get off the camera.
Don't get off the camera.
Larzets takes down Smashton, closing out the round for Ball State here as it is 0-5. Ball State favored.
Cypher looks so weird without his hat on.
Cypher is kind of bald when he takes off his hat. Yes. But
Still not being picked up
SVSU
on
forced to go on a little bit of a save round here as they are buying all Sheriffs, Aries, and some Stingers here. While Ball State does have a pretty decent econ, so they could really buy whatever they want. We see some rifles coming out, but Ramel and Classy have yet to pick a gun. Looks like they are going for rifles here.
SVSU trying to find they're putting pulled their way back. This Ball State's leading 5-0.
Yes, Ball State is leading 5-0. SVSU just looking to hold down sites here. Looks like Ball State is going for a very aggressive push on B with all 5.
They did just see that Cypher wire go up. They know he's going to be close on site. The Seeker's coming out, just going to force Loganator all the way off site.
A lot of ults being used from Ball State here, just trying to pick. Ramel finding one on the Loganator. There's still 2 ults out. Uh-oh, Rays, no!
Ray's finding Sheep in the corner because he was in the Skydog.
Ball State taking down 2, making it 3v5 in favor of Ball State, holding down multiple angles on site. SVSU forced to push out. Zabzev finding one on the Ramel. Is blinded.
Was going out.
Yeah, Zabzev looking-
This little bud. Gone.
Classy finding a pick on the Stitch. Smashton is blind. He can't see. Trying to go for the play. Classy with a triple kill and Blue Lobster to take out Smashton to end the round 0-6.
Here we see, honestly, do you know if this is attacker favorite?
This map, I feel before the changes was very defender sided. As I remember before the Sage changes, it was very heavily just Sage sits mid, walls, and then defenders just wait. So this was very defender sided before the reworks. But right now, I actually don't know. Might be pretty balanced now because I know they're that the reason it was taken out of the pool was because it was just so one sided sometimes.
But now we do see SVSU managing to force buy for a full buy. They full buy, but not with much. Like they finally got the paycheck.
Yes, I'm still waiting for my college refund.
Come one day, it'll come.
Will come one
Go
day.
Right back to college. But we do
I
see
want to
Ball
stop
State-
eating ramen noodles. But Ball State looking to push aggressively on the B site again. Cypher keeping a decent control of the site, slowing down this momentum, just trying to let everybody rotate from A site.
You
Finds the
find one from behind,
Yep.
setting up the Seekers. Gonna force Ball
Seekers
State to
sent. They
turn
do,
around.
they don't see that the Cypher from Ball State is actually behind them though, because the Seekers were not spotted onto them.
Wait a second. We're flanking them, and they're flanking our flank.
Yes, they are trying to
Alright.
outflank the outflank. Now it is a 2v3 in favor of SVSU.
However, I
Bomb
don't
is not
believe
planted.
that our sky is long for this world. Sheep might be able to hear him coming from behind, but I don't think he does.
Oh no.
Might have badly
Sophistical.
smashed him down.
Takes down Smashton, who was on the flank, so SVSU have to play pretty decently. They do know where the Jet is. They do know where Cypher is.
But however,
Hopefully,
it's a crossfire.
yes.
One enemy remaining.
Find one. Cypher's gonna have to walk through.
Cypher, Sheep getting the final kill on the Sophistical, giving SVSU the first round of the match. Hopefully leading to more momentum here.
That knife looks so like painful. It can be effective.
It is rock.
but
It is
could
looks
be
like
obsidian, you know?
no, it looks like that rock candy that you ate as a kid. Yeah, that just looks painful if somebody was to stab you with that.
But, you know,
So
you've been
jagged, just like
It's the rock candy. We've been licking it for like 3 hours, so now it's actually.
yeah, it's actually like solidified and it just gets strengthened by your licks.
Eventually, it rehardens.
Yep, and just becomes stronger.
The only.
Yes, Ball State looking to play very split here, looking to take control of mid, but there are two SVSU members looking to try and find a pick here. Ramel does have the knives out, looking to try and make a play here. Spot Smashin trying to get a return there. Smashin forced to retreat here as they are aggressively pushing him.
I believe he's just sprinting for his life currently. Okay, now he's gone. He's safe.
Yes.
They're deciding to go to mid. They've pulled up in the room. He can't really get back, but you know, that's a problem for him later.
Yes, Ball State does have complete control of mid here, so they can opt to choose where they want to go, if they want to push A or push B.
A few pings coming out, so it looks like they could be going through B. Smashin does find one on Blue Lobster, who was still lurking. The rest of Ball State now making their way up.
Ramel has pushed up, might catch Smashin off, but here comes a Skydog, finds 3. Ramel with 1, Smashin getting a pick back, and Larzic's finding another.
I think the nade barely clipped their sky, but now we just see Ball State full rotating A after they realize runs B. Wait,
Yes.
flip those two. They're rotating in B after they realize SVSU's on A.
Ball State get control of B site kind of for free as they rotated correctly and there was no defensive equipment there to slow them down. SVSU looking for a take back, but looks like all of them are pushing the same side almost. Yeah, all 3 of SVSU are pushing heaven.
Play for camera, just barely
Yes.
missing the shot in the sky. Also, when she
They do not know where any of Ball State is, so this could be a little dangerous for SVSU as it is planted in the favor of Ball State as they're just looking to pick off whoever plants there. Sheep finding one on a Classy, who is the only one on site, finding a second on the Sophistical, looking for a third on the Larzitz. Will he find it?
down was
Oh.
this guy just barely showing your shoulder.
8
on the
bullets.
border.
Reload, please. No.
Yeah,
Larzitz finds one on the Sheep, but SVSU do defuse the bomb, so they do win the round here.
Oh, look at that. I've been on the 6 SVSU realizing that honestly, he knew that if he reloaded, round was probably going to be over anyways. Even though the amount of anxiety it gives us to see this man with 8 bullets and a 25 round gun.
You do not understand how many times I played Valorant CSGO and said to somebody, you have 3 bullets left, please reload. And then they do not reload.
Have you ever like said that to someone and then they look at you, empty the rest of their clip besides 1, and then continue walking?
Oh.
That's happened.
They
to
have
me before.
usually ignored me.
Someone is fight me. Meanwhile, Ball State going full on to A. Meanwhile, still the one lurking.
Yes, SSU you have to be very careful with this lurker as it has been pretty effective in the most recent rounds. Ball State looking to use some intel, get some info. So far, they have not found any, so they don't know where anybody is. They do take control of Heaven immediately, forcing SVSU to play around that.
I think SVSU
Zabzef finding 2, finding 3, finding 4 onto Classy. Classy finding 1 onto Stitch, leaving only Cypher of Ball State left to play.
I don't believe.
Oh
that
no,
was
Breach!
the item.
The timing is so unfortunate. Breach already checked. Breach thinks nobody's there.
I mean,
Will
he
Breach find
becomes there
him?
now. Checking the right.
Oh, Breach!
He's technically
Breach!
checking the right direction.
No! The timing is so unfortunate for Sophistical as Sophistical pushes through and Breach looked at the last place, and of course Sophistical went to the last place that there was.
Technically
Looks like a
speaking,
timeout is starting for Ball State again, which I believe will be their second of this
and I
match.
think that is their last
Yes,
one.
this is Ball State's last.
Sophisticat.
We're saying sophisticated.
Nope, it is Sophistical.
Oh,
That is what I will say.
Cat?
maybe sophisticated's now sophisticated.
Yep, it is now Sophistical. I apologize if I have been pronouncing that. Yes, it is. It has said Sophisticat. My bad.
What do you mean? This obviously.
Yeah, that looks like an L to me.
Yep.
Anyways, 30 seconds left for Ball State's
Timeout.
Thing.
Wonder what they had been talking about.
timeout. Yes, I am very brain tired from classes today, so I do
Brain
apologize.
As opposed to normal tired.
Yes, brain tired is worse tired.
Body can be active. Mind nothing.
Yep, my mind has left this plane of existence.
Get to the point. You're awake in class, but then you like black out for a few.
Oh
and
yeah,
you're
no,
back
that
to
was
awake.
that was me today because I accidentally stayed up till 3 in the morning playing Baldur's Gate.
Fair enough, but come on.
Very good game. You should all buy.
We gotta. I mean,
Gotta get
obviously,
Carlac somehow.
we obviously all have.
Game restarting. Ball State choosing to look like they all push A site here.
I will say they can also hear you. Going through the headphones, we can't mute your audio on Discord. Else we still hear it without just muting Discord as a whole.
But yes, SCSU is looking to hold down A site here with the Raze, Solo, and Omen up into heaven. Ball State playing very aggressive here with the Ult
All of
is
it
blinded.
just
No!
poor.
Classy
That-
does take out Zabzef with the ult due to them being blinded and cannot see anything.
That's just those Valorant clips where you just hear Valorant's a tactical shooter. Meanwhile, everything.
Literally everything comes at you and you can't do anything.
Legend finds one. Blue Lobster does.
The Sheep finding the kill back onto Blue Lobster. SVSU trying to find out where everybody is.
Also
Blinded.
just chilling in this corner here. Loganator gets one. Sheep possibly going for the defuse. I think he might actually just be able to get it.
I did. Yep.
Dog just gets to figure out where Lars is.
Smashed in finding the last one. SVSU taking the round with 2 left. Sheep and Smashed in.
Started off once again, just like how the first game did. Not the best, but now SVSU is starting to pull it back. We found our footing. We found our momentum. We know it's working. Brimstone just taking his hat off real quick. Got to tip the hat, you know. Got to salute what happened. I was still going strong at like 10 people.
Yes, I'm pretty sure swing dancing has
ended.
ended, but they are still singing.
Look,
Could have sworn RHA was going on, but no.
This goes here.
Yes.
But looks like Ball State is choosing to push mid here with their one Sophisticat lurker. Resident lurker here.
I'm just not going to say his name.
We've been saying
that's-
sophistical for the longest
That's-
time.
That's my solution. We see the Cypher, meanwhile, once again, lurking onto A site.
Yes. Getting some information on one of the players of Ball State. SSU choosing to rotate as they do know Cypher is the one that's always lurking, so they are wary that it's going to be B.
Ball State managing to take Heaven basically with no actual like fight. They just sent the Roomba out, the Roomba to handle the rest of it. Ramel managed to find one, Blue Lobster finding another. That will be the momentum shifting in their favor.
Yes. Stitch finding one on the Classy. Blue Lobster coming back with the pick onto Stitch. Sheep finding one on Blue Lobster. Now it is a 3v2. SVSU looking to try and make something happen. Sheep finding another on Lars. That's Ramel finding one on Sheep, and Ramel finding the third onto Smashed In to lock out the round for Ball State.
SVSU, that's actually also cracking. I didn't even know.
Last round before the switch, so both teams will be looking to spend all their money because it does not transfer over, unfortunately.
Oh, no, never mind. There's the operator. Zabzev holding it.
Zabzev using the operator here, while Ball State looks like they are lining up for another A push here. Maybe might do a split.
Thankfully for them, that's not where the op is. The op is chilling on mid. If they chose to go mid, that would have sort of been maybe the end of that push, but
Yes.
both stacking A this time.
Looks like Ball State has chosen not to lurk this round and are going to play this a very slow.
Or Stitch.
Oh, poor Stitch
That's all I
gets
have to
spotted.
say.
Gets spotted out by the enemy Omen. They are looking to push this round. They are now pushing out here as they have been smoked off. SVSU looking to try and figure out where everybody is. They do hear them. They just don't know where.
He was doing a very good job of making them think that he was
Ball
going
State
back.
planning very early into the round
He
here.
knows generally where they're planting, but just a bit too high on the spray.
What is Ball State doing? What is this?
They're flaming the corner.
They're switching positions.
They're taking
They're
Heaven.
letting SVSU have the position
They
there.
planted in mid view of Heaven, so now they can just hold Heaven. It's going to be so much better for them. But we do see 3 picks coming out from SVSU. So they're
Immediately defusing here. SCSU taking the round.
was
A little bit of
very-
questionable play by Ball State as they opted to not defend the
Stitch man
point and try and do a sneaky little play onto SCSU, but ends up not working out in their favor, and SCSU take the round.
I could see the thought process happening. Like suddenly heard the gears turning in my head as I started talking faster. If they manage to rotate onto Heaven, they just have free. They don't even need to worry about site control. They have free vision to, actually, unless it gets smoked off. But then they
It
know where
was
the-
smoked off. That's why I was like, this is a little questionable.
Like then they know where the spikes planted. So they can free
Yes.
fire. However, SVSU did such a good job of holding Heaven that they just couldn't get on.
Yes. SSU now on the attacking side, opting to push B immediately off the start. Looks like they are going to do a little bit of a split push as they do opt to go mid, but looks like Ball State is kind of prepared for this as they do have 3 already mid with Omen anchoring onto B. Ramel playing very sneakily into that mid cubby. Ray's holding a nade, just ready to have somebody try her.
I can take no mid pushes on defense here. I hit the defender. Actual shoot.
Vog.
Here.
Ribbit. All right. SCSU opting to go to B main here with Blue Lobster holding down the site.
Ball State doing a very good job of holding high.
Oh
BC.
no, the boom bot.
The Roomba finally got someone. I don't
Smash
care if it
and
was for
finding 2,
us.
smash and finding 3, leaving Sophisticat left.
The Cypher is the only one left on high ground.
Yes. Is holding the high ground. SVSU have no idea where they are right now. Smashing dangerously low with the bomb, having to plant. Sophisticat trying to dance around, deciding which way to fake out.
Trying to come from back.
SVSU
right.
has planted the spike and now are trying to play together to figure out just one get a pick, one not get a pick.
Time to rat in the corner.
Yes. Now it is time that if the Cypher peaks, it is very unfortunate because now there are 2 people looking at you. Unless Cypher is a god.
You have a reach. Tap his
Fisticle?
mouse. Gonna tap the spike.
The cat. Turn. Please. Oh.
They know they don't even need a peek.
Sophisticat knows. No,
Both
Sophisticat.
of them.
Stitch taking down Sophisticat.
I'm starting to think he right clicks on purpose.
Yes. Well, I do know. I don't know if this is this is correct from when I used to play, but I do know it was a strat to right click and then you finish out your mag with left clicks because usually if you do hit a majority of
The right click, there's like
the right click, then they're usually pretty low HP. But SVSU taking the round there with Stitch clinching it out for SVSU onto that fight. They are opting to full buy as they will have normal money compared to Ball State if they lose. Ball State opting to go all classics, 1 sheriff, and a scout.
like they got the refund from their.
Yes. SVSU pushing very fast onto A site, just looking to take control of Heaven as this is a major position that they want to have for this fight. Smashing getting spotted out by a Cypher.
I also just realized SVSU had the score back up.
Yes.
Locator already getting the plant off really early, and SVSU has full control of both the site and Heaven. Maybe not full control, but like pretty.
Be
solid
careful though. Ball
control.
State does have somebody flanking there with the Omen coming through sewers. There are some traps there that you'll have to dodge, but pretty manageable for Omen.
Stitch almost dying in that corner, but he managed to get out in time and get Sophisticat.
Stitch juking out Sophisticat. SASU still control of the site.
Giving out
Blue
position.
Lobster finding a pick onto Zobzef from the flank. Sheep taking down Blue Lobster. Sheep looking to try and find somebody in Heaven. Doesn't find anybody on that bird.
Now SVSU, all they need to do is play slow, play time, force.
Stitch finding a third. And smashed in, closing out the round on a kill for Classy.
In time, not only to tie up the score, but also get out with some guns.
Yes.
With Zabzef being the only one that needs to buy.
Zabzef looking to save some money here as they only buy their abilities there.
Fighting the
Looks
sheriff.
like BSU has chosen to go for a more split as they did spend some money last round, so they can't fully buy like they're supposed to. Pretty even on Econ here for both sides.
Seeing the Skyhawk not actually hitting anyone.
Zabzef
SVSU.
playing very aggressive onto A-Site Heaven here, looking to try and find some information. Finding a shot onto one.
Well,
Trying to get a pick onto Ramel. Ramel taking the pick instead.
I just realized Ball State not only bought a second round in a row, but actually it's working out for them this time.
Yes, SVSU got the plant down, but did lose Zobzef on that engage.
Looks like it's going to be bad.
Yes.
There's one shot, 2 shots from
Two
Sheep.
shots.
Will he get
Sheep
3?
finding the 3. No, Larzets finds Sheep.
Left 3-3. I hate looking at the screen. Stitch, why have you done this to me?
Yes, Stitch finding one on the Blue Lobster, looking for a second. Larzets takes them down. Sniper, last one left. Ooh, finds a pick onto Sophisticat, but Larzets exploits the fact that they were both able to push at the same time. And
Actually,
oh
does he have enough
wait,
time? He's got enough time.
there's
By a solid
2.43
amount.
seconds left.
I heard the beep. I was like, it's been
The-
so
the-
long since I've heard
I
those
was gonna
beeps.
say the beep does sound a little different if you're not used to the default timer there. So sometimes it sounds pretty fast, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you think it's close, and other times it's not.
I'm apparently super far off in like Valorant sound cue. Being SV.
Ball State
Honestly,
taking the round, taking a slight lead, 8-7 in favor of Ball State here. SVSU looking to push mid again with the Cypher lurking.
One thing we do have the ult economy. Not ult, actually both economies. We have the ult economy lead and the normal economy lead.
SVSU fishing for some information, does find a little bit. Ball State back with the information.
Paint Shell is just managing to SVSU back a bit longer so Ball State can try and regroup, realize that they're in mid. Now the room out to let them.
Stitch finding one on the Blue Lobster. Sophisticat finding another one on the Loganator. Remel taking a shot at Zabzef, taking him down. Does get found. Remel trying to go for the pick. Stitch getting tapped.
Gonna have to try and figure out how to get out of this situation because they know they're sitting in mid.
Yes.
Gonna be slow walking over to possibly go through the bottom of B. All of Ball State just watching mid right now.
Yes, Ball State is... Oh my! Ball State is going for a very aggressive play here and pushing all throughout mid, with leaving B site all open for SVSU to actually push it.
Looks like we're playing defense again, guys.
Yep, looks like we're going back to the game one, if you remember.
Actually, they might be rotating a bit faster than this. Might catch off guard in this hallway.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
SVSU,
Somebody
that's right.
please turn around. Somebody please turn around.
Ball State knows
Smashed
what's
in, no! Smashed in, no!
Smashing finds one though. It's gonna be 2.
Smash and finds one. Ramel finds one on the Stitch, bringing it a little more even.
Oh no, it looks like we might be having something happen with our
SSU trying to just get the plant down and get away. Uh-oh.
It's gonna be trying to hold them together. Fistical finds one.
Cat
Cat
finds one on the Sheep.
fine. Trevor's going out, just gonna be trying to stop this. Fuse
Oh.
manages to tip tap the sky. That. Oh, now they just get to hold the fuse. Shooting just through, and that's what we said earlier.
Sophisticat finding 3 to close out the round. Bringing it to 9-7 in favor of BSU.
We said earlier, you can still defuse the spike even though they can ping it, because you can stand a bit farther off than you might think. And the safest option for the attackers or defenders is just shoot where the ping is. Seeing Smash and miss many shots in this.
Yes. SASU looking to opt to push A site pretty hard as all 5 stacking up at A main.
We'll be force buying also.
Yes, SASU trying to gain back momentum with the force spy. We do see Zabzef playing with the judge as he does play pretty aggressively on boom botting into heaven there. Looks like Cypher is a little bit ready here as he is positioned in heaven, trying to just slow down.
Wait a second, what's happening in mid? What's this clump I see slowly approaching sewers?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Blue Lobster, please, no.
You saw the gun, but
Oh
not fast
my.
enough.
Blue Lobster taking down Smashton, who was holding an angle. Unfortunately, no other Ball State members showed, so SECU doesn't have a lot of information at where people are, so they're a little hesitant.
I think one thing Ball State does very well is just forcing their advantage, even if they don't have one somehow. Because like these, they just pushed. They took all of the space in mid, said SVSU did not get to move. Where that man had his gun barrel around the corner and still won the gun.
Yes, very unfortunate for Smashton there. Ball State looking to retake the site here, all opting to jump out of heaven.
They didn't know he was okay. Well, that's
Remel finding one, Classy finding another, Sophisticat taking down Zabzef, leaving Sheep left on the flank in heaven. Sheep trying to picture one, Sophisticat taking down Sheep, and
I believe
Ball
that's a
State
12.
closing out the round, making it 10-7 in favor of Ball State. Sophisticat.
Cat. Cat. Look, as long as we get the sophistical, that's close enough. Know who we're talking about. We get the first part. It's fine. It's fine.
Looks like Ball State has chosen to full buy rifles there, as SVSU has opted to go with almost all sheriffs in one Spectre. If nope, sheriffs, Stingers, they can't make up their mind.
All the things.
Yes. SSU looking to play for picks here as they are very dangerously low on econ, so they're just waiting for Ball State to be pretty daring there.
We've seen SVSU come back from even further.
Sheep.
This might be two here.
Sheep.
He's deciding it's not worth it.
Yeah. Oh my,
Ooh,
Zabzef.
beating down
Sheep
the
finding another
Zabzef.
one on Remel.
Now we see the Skydog going out.
Skydog coming out looking for information here. Finds both of them in heaven. Boombot coming out from Raze.
Did the Boombot just give out paranoia? That
Yes.
can happen.
Yes, Boombot can be blinded.
Little Roomba, just like, I can't see, I'm just going to go for it. Meanwhile, we see SVSU taking his solid control of site. 3 to 5 here.
SSU getting a very easy plant on the B site as they did force BSU off of it. BSU looking to play a retake here as they do not know where SVSU is positioned.
All of Ball State actually deciding to back high ground.
Yes, Ball State looking to probably all push out and trap. Loganator just blocking off vision though, so they can't see. Knows they're up there, doesn't know where though.
Again, this was a save round for SVSU. We actually managed to take any early fight. Hot shots through the wall.
Blue Lobster finding one. Zabzaf finding another. Loganator killing Larsia. Blue Lobster finding one on the sheep. Finding one on the Zabzaf.
However, he's not going to have enough time to defuse at this rate.
No.
Loganator knowing this and just trying to get out. Oh, he's looking for the kill. No, he's just trying to run.
Blue Lobster. Blue Lobster finding the ace onto SVSU, but unfortunately not being able to actually win the round due to the fact that they just weren't able to defuse. SVSU bringing it back 8-10 right now.
Normally, that would honestly be a pretty bad thing for SVSU, except we have money to invest in that round in the first place. Doesn't matter to us.
So SVSU do win the round by explosion. Stitch has paused the match though, just to tech for his internet.
So our Cypher of Sebastian was dying a little.
So we are looking to get the internet refixed for Smashed In.
SVSU. I don't even know what's Ball State is playing probably some of the most aggro defense. Meanwhile, we are able to respond to it sometimes because, like, honestly, you're not expecting 4 people to come rushing at you on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something that happens. But then once we catch on to it,
Yep. Looks like Ball State is doing a pretty decent widespread here as they do doing their really default spread with having Omen anchor on B with 2 on the A and 2 just kind of poking out mid, seeing. Be interesting to see where SVSU lines up here. Looks like Loganator's Wi-Fi is set. I think we're just waiting on Smashed In. Yes.
well, we do see the op coming out from very interesting stuff because you know get things. Getting the operator actually also has oh no, never mind. Just used knives apparently the prior round. I didn't even notice that. When did the Jet use knives?
I think Jet did use the knives earlier in the round. Not this round, but
I think it was
last round tried to use the knives to maybe find a pick in heaven, but ended up getting taken out immediately.
Was it when they walked? No, that was the phase that just walked through. Terrapult.
Yes.
I don't know. Knives were used at some.
Knives were used at some point.
Here the Rays all coming out very early from SVSU, looking for a pretty early pick if we can find it. Finds one on
Sophisticat. SVSU playing very aggressive into heaven. Zabzef trying to get away. Remel finds the pick onto Zabzef as he was retreating, taking control back of heaven. Remel gets taken down by Sheep. Op is down for BSU. All 2 deciding to go push heaven, trying to retake the site here. SVSU has a decent hold on the site, does not need to move. Ball State has to come to them.
However, we do hear the Rays all coming out from Ball State. This time
my, that was
missing.
Stitch finding one on Larzette, Classy finding another. Stitch finding one on Blue Lobster. Classy just remaining on site. SVSU trying to figure out where Classy is gone.
As he just was trying to find a way through this. I don't
Classy,
know what gun they have.
They don't see Classy doesn't see him. Loganator kills Classy as he comes out of the smoke. SVSU bringing back the round 9-10.
But remember, we started this off 0-5.
Yes.
We have managed to claw our way back up, and now last few rounds coming up here, SVSU honestly
Fighting tooth and nail.
I think we're out of we're running out of nails probably. We've been clawing a bit too much with the rocks, but somehow our momentum
kind of whittling down.
Our momentum somehow hasn't stopped yet. They got.
Could I say our beaks?
They.
I apologize for the bird pun.
You know the metal beaks they had in like Guardians of Cool. Anyone see that movie or read those books? Owls. That's what we have right now.
All right, looks like SVSU is favoring to use the breach alt onto B. Unfortunately, does not catch anybody as Omen did TP offsite, just forcing SVSU to get the fight for free here. What is BSU doing? For a second, I thought they were going to play the little switcheroo.
I think they're looking like they were trying to.
BSU all in heaven. Larzit's finding one. Fisticat finding another onto Zabzef. Breach is blinded. Smashin finds a pick onto Classy. Blue Lobster takes Smashin down with Larzit's taking down Stitch. SVSU looking to try and stop the defuse there. Blue Lobster is still defusing. And Larzit's takes down Sheep for BSU to take the round, making it 11-9.
I think BSU realized once they give us time, once they give us space, that's when we actually manage to reset ourselves, figure out what's happening, and play as a team. If they just rush in after a few picks, we don't have time to like reset, figure out what's happening, where they're coming from.
Yes. Looks like SVSU, it has to do a little bit of a light buy, half buy kind of deal, as we do not have the best of econ right now. So SVSU looking to rush A as they previously has done, as it has been working out pretty decent.
They don't want to take the chance that they lose this round and then just have nothing to test Ball State into their game points. So we're going to be buying, you know, enough to get by. The judge coming out, managing to find
Classy
one
finding
already.
one onto Stitch. Zabzev
Make that
finding two onto Remel, and Classy.
Judge worked out.
Yes.
And it looks like we're just going to rotate. We're just gonna
SVSU
say-
looking to rotate.
Blue
Blue
Lobster
Lobster
with the
finding
flank.
two. Oh no, SVSU is in a little bit of danger here, as Blue Lobster had a nice flank onto them, picking off those who were trying to rotate.
I didn't even realize he was there. And I
I was gonna say I didn't know Lobster was there because I was too focused on the action happening. Blue Lobster finding a third onto Zabzev, who was rotating through sewers, leaving Smash. Sheep left, finds one on the
another one to
Larza.
his left.
Fistacat taking down Sheep, bringing it to match point for BSU.
Sheep just had to try and sprint his way to the spike, so he didn't have time to check the corners.
SSU forced to do a light buy here, as they don't have a lot of money. They're going to try and force to buy what they can, try and bring back what they can, because they don't have econ here. BSU looking like they're going back for their standard setup, as they do have 2 mid, 2 B, and 1 A anchoring.
I know it's not in the best of conditions, but I'm always happy to see. Never mind, he's picked a Vandal. Nope, we do have a Guardian. Stitch pulling out the Guardian.
Stitch pulling out the Guardian, which if you can click the heads is very decent. Ramel pushing up very dangerously. Oh no, Sloganator, please. Yes, that is a very common thing to push with an op if you are aggressive enough.
You're ahead, aggressive.
Finding some information mid. Classy finding one onto Zabzev, bringing it 4v5.
Seeing the Roomba come out through the smoke.
Ramel dangerously low from Loganator there. Classy pushing mid behind the box. SVSU doesn't know. They think they're in heaven. SVSU thinks they're in heaven.
I feel like Sheep might know.
Sheep, please, Sheep.
But what if he knows? What if he doesn't know?
Cypher. Oh no, Classy takes down Sheep, making it a 3v5 there.
Stitch trying to get out.
Yep, Stitch trying to get out. Smashing using some util to help Stitch relocate.
I think we're just trying to figure out if we even wanted. Like, we know we can't push.
Ball State is playing very reserved here, as they know SSU have to make the move. They have 40 seconds to put down this bomb somewhere, or at least kill all of them.
Here's the issue, right? We can't push B. We know that Jet's still there. They're not going to move.
Yes.
We just got to keep either banging our heads into mid and hope something works out, or try and find our way through A. Looks like we're going through mid.
SSU trying to do something here. They got 30 seconds. Loganator finding one on the Larza.
Ramel's also starting to come around with the operator. We're just going to be
Oh,
putting
we find
some
them
time.
behind. Ramel, Blue Lobster takes down Smash, and Blue Lobster takes down Stitch, and Fistacat finding the final kill on Loganator,
That will be
bringing the match to a final in BSU's favor. BSU 2, SVSU 1.
You're putting up a very solid fight both rounds that they ended up losing. However, in the end, Ball State will be pulling it out. The amount of lurks that came out from Ball State's side was ridiculous.
Ball State in all 3 of the games always, I noticed, had at least one lurker, usually just being skulking around, ratting out, trying to find picks onto people who are rotating or unsuspecting rotates, which was very decent strategy, as we see going on in Valorant.
Because, like, even if it doesn't work out most of the time, it's just those few rounds that they needed it to work out. Like, right there, we saw at the end. Not at the end, the round before that, we got 2 picks as we were trying to rotate A, and that was basically the end of it.
Yes, Blue Lobster did capitalize on the fact that after we had that very spicy entrance of killing 2, immediately rotated behind because they knew that we wanted to just move off of that site after getting those picks, and ends up finding 2 and just TPing away, and finding a 3rd when we tried to rotate out of sewer.
Anyways, thank you all who came by to stop and watch our stream tonight. It was a very good match played by the A team. You do not actually have the scores for the other teams, but if you check on League Spot, you should be able to find them if you can ever make it through whatever their UI is. Besides that, thank you all who came to support us by going to the watch party and Student Life. We'll be back tomorrow with Smash Bros. I've been Puff.
I've been Kaiser.
SVSU Esports, we are